Who's ready for the finals in North America for the Bernard Chong Cup 3? Whichever one you say it is, we are here for the North American finals. Been staring at this winner's bracket on screen for quite a while, but there is a lower bracket, elimination bracket here as well that we should see in just a couple of moments. And I know that I am personally very excited for what's going to be a great stream. Some quick shout-outs, some hellos. Marbles, how are you? HK, Gareth Tompkins. Quentin's coming out with Bag as his vote. Mance Raider, of course, modding in the YouTube chat. Over on Twitch, Chicken Gamer, hi, how are you? Good look at school, buddy. I hope you enjoy it. And Whitey, 87, whatever it is, welcome to the stream as well. Guys, it's going to be a whole lot of fun today. We are crowning a champion in the North and Central American, technically, but none of Central America made it to this final, so what are you going to do? It's the North/Central American finals here for the BREN, whatever it is, $40,000 prize pool cup. A word on Twitch saying you're about to get raided. Is that the case? Is a raid coming in? Oh, yeah, by the way, chats are right up here again. I'm going to try to keep the references to chats that I see right here. So, hopefully we'll keep it there for a moment. Bren Chong, it is AKA, as far as I'm concerned, says Gareth Tompkins. I only know of one other Gareth, and that's Gareth Reynolds, host of The Dollop, a very funny podcast, great comedian as well. Oh, Cashman, about to come in with a hot raid, apparently, over on the Twitch side. Guys, we have 3 slots, I believe it's 3 spaces in the World Final to determine today, plus, of course, some money. Most importantly, the North American Regional Champion for the BREN Chong Cup 3. 3 of these, and here we are for the big one. It's been fun so far. Honestly, I would have to say that Sunday was one of the most fun days of the tournament, the first portion of this North and Central American final. It was really a blast for me to cast, blast to watch with you guys, and looks like a big raid coming in over on Twitch. Raid, oh wow, 172 viewers from the OP Cashman. Well, hello everybody, welcome whether you're watching on YouTube or watching on Twitch. We are jumping in right now to the first matchup, an elimination matchup on the lower bracket. On that side of things, Cashman in the building over there on the Twitch chat. It's Airsurfer versus Ardentoas. We'll see if Arden is able to continue some pretty solid performances up against Airsurfer. Of course, Airsurfer, one of the favorites, but once you're in that elimination bracket, things get a whole lot more dicey as things go on. Cashman making his prediction, saying Bag got this in the bag. I see what you did there, Cash, and I'll allow it. I'll let you get away with that one today. No problems there. And so far, spawners for Airsurfer slowing things way down with the Furnace and the Goblin Hunt. This is a deck we've been seeing quite a bit in this tournament, and it's a weird one, but I don't think we've actually seen it win yet so far, at least not in my stream. So we'll see if Airsurfer can turn it around. Of course, if anyone can, it's him, but it's weird seeing Airsurfer play this style of deck when you know how good he is with anything in the cycle category. We'll see how long it takes Arden to play his first Royal Giant. Have not seen him go with it yet. Of course, having a couple of huts and a lot of single-target DPS should be helpful against that. When NA players and EMA players fight with each other, eventually they will, Marbles, go ahead and play against each other in the once we get into the World Finals next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday right here on my channel, Saturday and Sunday with the great Eric Benamou, EB7, World Champion Coach of Team Liquid. So far, no real significant damage yet. Some chip on the right-hand side. 2009 the remaining HP on the right-hand tower of Arden, so the pressure of Airsurfer working so far, but again, we have not seen Arden actually pull the trigger on a win condition yet, assuming, of course, that it's Royal Giant with the Fisherman, the Royal Ghost, and the Mother Witch, not to mention the Mega Minion. So you put that combination together. Most likely RG, watch him go with something crazy here, though, to throw me out into a different stratosphere. And now starting to stack those spawners is the American. Second Furnace, healthy. First Furnace about to go ahead and go down, but now the RG, knowing that at least Furnace isn't in cycle. But look at this, of course, Zappies as well. It's going to be really hard for Arden to get any real significant Royal Giant damage, especially at this stage in the game. It feels like there's going to be a building no matter what. You mix in the Zappies. Of course, I'm thinking the Arden is... He must be running Lightning if I haven't seen a Fireball yet. Not entirely sure. This deck does typically run Fireball. Occasionally, in the recent weeks or recent days, we've seen it run a little bit of Poison. I guess that Fireball wouldn't come out. That hasn't been a great target for it yet, so probably is running Fireball, actually, now you think about it. We've seen a Lightning on one of these buildings by now, you have to think. Sour D in the Twitch chat saying, wish nothing but the worst for double spawners. And I have to agree, not a big fan of the double spawner decks. But there's a reason they're being played right now. And so far, Arden with this, and it is Lightning, by the way, Arden with this Lightning RG deck has been absolutely shut down, has not found any way to get on through here. Mance Raider saying, did E-Spirit just chain an invisible ghost to that thing? I'm not entirely sure. I didn't catch that one. Flying Machine is an absolute menace right here, and this is where you'd love to have Poison or Fireball, especially Fireball, because we haven't seen Airsurfer create a situation where Lightning on the Flying Machine makes sense. It's a -2 trade no matter what. So Airsurfer doing the thing you're supposed to do, which is abuse that Flying Machine, especially when there isn't a really good way to get it down. So Pro Bro in the Twitch chat saying he thinks Arden will win off of Lightning Chip. We'll see if that ends up being the case. 1357 to 908. And that's the big question here, right? Lightning can get direct damage, and right now Airsurfer doesn't really have direct damage other than he can poison. He is slightly ahead, but now you see him poison into the right-hand lane, and nothing actually gets on tower. So things starting to switch a little bit. Airsurfer going to have to control this Royal Giant if he's going to have any hope here. Does get a high furnace down, but not much DPS on the Royal Giant. But the Cannon Cart turns into Phase 2. And that Cannon Cart turning the RG is absolutely massive here with just 18 seconds left. RG at the bridge, Mother Witch trying to get some pig chip on the right-hand side as well. Bar Barrel to predict the furnace. Can Arden get through here? Lightning would be absolutely huge. Lightning comes in. RG gets one shot. RG 2 shots. Does not get the third. Does not get the third. And wow, what a pickup by Airsurfer. What a way to kick off our North American Finals. 62 HP. Airsurfer holds on to that bad boy for a big-time opening win. That was a whole lot of fun, and what a great way to start things off here in this North American Championship. If you're just joining, whether you're watching over on YouTube or watching on Twitch, hello, welcome. Did you like that? I bet you did. If you like competitive Clash Royale, you had to like that end there. Wow, Airsurfer able to hold on there. You know, you run those spawner decks. You don't really have, you have a no-win condition spawner deck there. And you sit there and kind of take a look at that and go, okay, but if you get into crunch time, what happens? And it looked really dangerous there in crunch time. Taking a look at the lower bracket, in the elimination bracket here, Ardentoas now on the chopping block. A loss here would mean Ardentoas is out. So we'll see. Oh, they're showing us the upper bracket as well. Flying Machine Lock won him that one, says So Pro Bro over on the Twitch side of things. But here you go looking at the upper bracket as well. What we'll see later today. All these players have a life to give. None of these players are in elimination danger yet. The upper bracket semifinals, Ian and Bag and Edwin versus DiegoE. But of course, once you do lose, you drop down to that lower, that elimination bracket, and that's where things get dangerous. Sour D asking what happens if you win the lower bracket. Well, the lower bracket champion faces off against the winner's bracket champion, but the winner's bracket champion still has a life to live. So the lower bracket champion would face the winner bracket champion, and the lower bracket champion has to win twice, has to win 2 BO3s to win the match overall. Hold on, let me get some water in here. Death. So RG Lightning for Arden game number 1. Notice that Arden has not used Fireball yet, and Airsurfer has not used Mother Witch yet. Airsurfer looking like either Electro Giant or Graveyard. For a minute, it felt like it was only going to be Electro Giant, but GY is making a bit of a comeback here. But it is Electro Giant. Arden setting up deep with the mortar. And this feels tough for Arden. Not going to be able to use that Inferno Dragon to any sort of success. Lightning to clean things off. Arden way ahead, though. Is ahead by 4 elixir, chooses to press that advantage. And wow, the Valk in front of the cannon cart keeps the Inferno Dragon alive. The 200 IQ Valk, or maybe got lucky there. I have to, with the way Arden's been playing, that feels like high IQ, though. The Valk gets in front of the cannon cart, and that pushes it just enough in front of the Inferno Dragon that the 1 HP Inferno Dragon gets the burn at the bridge and then helps the cannon cart connect. That is absolutely insane. And just like that, what looked like some difficulty for Arden suddenly turns into a totally different situation. Electro Giant down on the outside here. It is only 940 to 1586. Mortar's going to be difficult to get past, but not if you have that Bomber to snipe. Bonner, oh, there we go. Arrows taking care of business, and it's Arrows Fireball. So Mother Witch comes out as the last card for Airsurfer. Fireball the 7th, and cleans that up. Dark Prince and Electro Giant should be sufficient to mitigate almost all the damage here. You might get 1 or 2 skeleton shots in and get a few more right there up front. And now Inferno Dragon, Electro Giant, Dark Prince, and the high cage out of Airsurfer. And this now starting to look quite dire for Arden. Airsurfer has the Elixir Bank and is ahead on Elixir as well. Curious to see if Airsurfer uses that Mother Witch at all to keep fireballs away from his tower. Obviously, Mother Witch nice to counter against the Graveyard, but they're both going to sit on that, right? It's going to be Arden trying to get the Graveyard down and sit on that Fireball to take the Mother Witch out. And notice Airsurfer not going... Oh, there he goes. Mother Witch and completely iced, and that's going to be GG. Arden takes game number 2. And we are all tied up after 1. So take a look at that. Poison used in game number 1 for Airsurfer. Airsurfer going pretty heavy. Arden has a good matchup, though, says Chicken in the Twitch chat. Yeah, it worked out well for him. Able to control the Electro Giants. That was certainly a curious one. So I hope you guys are doing well, guys. It's been a fun day so far. I was out working on a new video outside earlier today, and now I'm here for what's going to be a pretty wild day. We do have Airsurfer here. We do have Anaban here. We have SergioRamos here. But the big story for a lot of the American fans watching at home is that Bag is in the upper bracket. He is in the winner's bracket semifinals. We'll be seeing him later against Ian fairly soon, which should be fun. Hippie One saying, Rich, you have to get another sunglasses display tower pretty soon. Yeah, probably. I mean, I probably have like 25 pairs sitting around here somewhere, so wouldn't be bad. I mean, look, I have some on the tower. The Baby Dragon's got some on. I think there might even be some like right behind. Yeah, they're all over the place. There's tons of glasses everywhere. How did they come up with their deck, says Koala Keegan? By research. I mean, some of these decks are just meta decks, but also within the dual mode, which is what we're playing, by the way, guys. If you don't know, we're playing dual mode where you cannot repeat any cards game by game within a single best of 3. So you play Fireball in game number 1, no more Fireball for the rest of that best of 3. No Fireball in game 2, no Fireball in game 3. But a lot of the deck choice is being made by researching what your opponent likes to play, making choices there, and then as the game goes on, looking at what they've already played and building decks based on that. And look at this, Airsurfer going 3 heavy decks in a row. Very, very interesting. So Airsurfer, I guess, trying to outplay the opposition research here, trying to outdo the analysis. Those are nice skellies here to protect that Fisherman. And now a full Lava Loon. Very well timed and well played Tesla by Arden. That was expertly done by Arden to stop the balloon from being as big of a factor. Still going to give up a ton of damage here to this Lava Hound, and the arrows come in as well. Oh, boy. Fire Spirit to clean up. But damage done. 15-22 on that left-hand side. Abed saying Lava Hound's still meta. Lava Hound is meta in duel mode once you get to game 3 and have good information. When you have the information of what cards your opponent's already played and can make choices based off of that, that's when Lava Hound gets meta. And now things pretty even again, 16-19 to 15-22 as the first 90 seconds passes. Airsurfer with a full 7 elixir on the board, so a slight advantage, a not insignificant advantage right now for the American in elixir. And that balloon will get pushed to the Tesla, but this time the Tesla does not capture the balloon. It captures the Lava Hound instead. Going for the King Tower activation is Arden with a nice Tesla to drill combo, but Miner in. Lava Hound going to pop. And the Mega Minion gets picked up by the Bandit. Arden playing this as well as he can, but I don't know if that's going to be well enough. And now it's Arden just spamming the opposite lane. This is what he has to do, just spam like a madman and try to break on through here. But nice control there with the Miner defensively and the Skeletons to stop all of that damage. That offensive push completely withered and died. And what I like here from Airsurfer, and of course you expect nothing less from the veteran, is that rather than trying to push with the Miner for offensive play, he used the Miner defensively and just made sure he didn't give up damage because he knows he's in a good spot. This time goes Miner offensively. Have to cycle fairly quickly, but again, no, it's the drill on defense. So Arden overspends on defense here with the drill, and that's definitely good for Airsurfer. 361 to 1004 as Airsurfer now just trying to stop the spam from connecting. Arrows, so devastating in this matchup. Of course, you have the Spear Goblins, but also the Bomber as well, and that's it. GG, well played. Airsurfer comes through and gets it done. Took him 3 full games, but Airsurfer able to shut down Arden. Arden had a great run throughout this competition, but in the end, you're playing against one of the elites who made some great choices, great deck picks here, and of course played them very well. You have to respect the way that Arden played those defenses against Lava Luna early on, but just wasn't quite enough. So now Airsurfer will move on in the lower bracket. We'll see who his opponent is after we get through the winner's bracket semis. But let's take a look at the bracket, actually. So Airsurfer moving on. He will face someone from the upper bracket semis. I think it's either Bag or Ian, but I could be wrong. Coming up next, though, is a massive matchup of 2 countrymen out of Mexico, SergioRamos and Anaban. That's coming up next, and that is going to be insane. The CCGS World Champion up against one of the most notorious ladder players in all of Clash Royale. So we'll see, and let's go ahead. Right now in the chat, go ahead. Do you think it's going to be SergioRamos or Anaban getting the win here? Whether you're on Twitch, whether you're on YouTube, wherever you are, go ahead, throw them in the chat. Tell me, do you think SergioRamos, the CCGS World Champion, who's been playing well so far this tournament, gets it back, or does the King Sniper go ahead and take this? So Yoav going with Anaban as his guess for this one. My money on Sergio, says Razafarian. Sergio for Desperado. So far 2 for Sergio, 1 for Anaban. Some people saying that the Anaban only wins if he snipes, but a lot of people voting for Anaban right now. You can see the Anaban love coming in the chat. We'll have that one fairly soon. And Mod Mance Raider coming out saying Anaban himself. Some more votes for Sergio. I gotta say that I think that Anaban is going to take this. I think Anaban's going to take this. I think that people put too much on the snipe part of it. But Anaban also has been playing really well this tournament, and whoever he's working with for his as his analyst, whether he's analyzing himself or whether he's got someone else helping with him, I think that his actual deck choices have been really, really good. Not a snipe, so to speak, but really good overall picks throughout this tournament. So there you go. A lot of votes back and forth, whether it's going to be Sergio or going to be Anaban. Well, only one way to find out. We should have the game up here in just a couple of minutes. So let's see. Let's go take a look at the chat here and see who's from where. I see some people from India saying hello. Another vote for Anaban there. Sniping equals getting better matchup. I'll go Anaban. Yeah, that's probably the right way. Koala Keegan saying he's rooting for Sergio. So it seems like I think that Anaban is getting more votes. You're getting a lot of rooting for Sergio though. But a lot of people are saying I'm rooting for Sergio, but not saying they're picking Sergio as the winner. So very interesting. Very, very interesting. So I'm seeing some hellos from Canada, from India, from Israel, from England, from Austin, which is right around the corner from me. I was in Zilker Park earlier today filming this new video. That was pretty fun. Su Young Yoon saying, I think Anaban will win, but I want Sergio. I think that's a fairly common feeling today. Anaban top 1, says Blitherspring. I'm seeing some more hellos from, let's see, we have Syria, Australia, Moldova, Canada, Long Beach. Let's go ahead and play some Clash Royale. So I guess we are not going to the lower bracket matchup yet. We are going to the upper bracket semifinal between DiegoE and Edwin. I thought we were going to a totally different matchup. Let me go ahead and ask the League Ops. I'm seeing a hello from South Africa. A lot of fun ones. Hello from Pakistan. I bet you haven't heard of that country yet. How has someone not heard of Pakistan? So DiegoE, longtime Clash Royale pro, for those of you who don't know DiegoE's story, was in CRL West during the spring season of 2019 with Cream Esports, where he had a rough season, one of the worst win rates of any player in CRL. And he did not play for the team in the fall, but went and played in No Tilt League, went and played a bunch of semi-pro competitions and leagues. And DiegoE completely turned it around, made a great put in great work on his improvement, and turned around and came back for CRL in 2020, a totally different player, a much better player, improved his win rate by, I think about, I want to say like 30 or 40%, something crazy like that. Really, really solid. This is a guy I've been impressed with for putting that effort in. A lot of people, when they do struggle in CRL, you don't ever see him again. But DiegoE did not take that first season struggle and just leave with it. He went and made some changes. Edwin has just been performing well. I believe he was an open qualifier for this event. I'm seeing some hello from Kenya, from Romania, from Brooklyn. There you go. So now that we hit double elixir, Zappy split, so it is looking like it's going to be Royal Hogs, Recruits Hogs for Edwin. And Fireball versus Poison. So maybe variations on the theme here. Although is one of these guys going Balloon? We have been seeing some 6 Loon lately, a heavier, and there you go. It's Loon Drill out of DiegoE. So probably Pigs from Edwin and Loon Drill from DiegoE, and there you go. There come the Royal Hogs. A lot of damage on that left-hand side there, down to under 400 HP, under 300 HP. And DiegoE eats a ton of damage himself. So DiegoE ruins the tower of Edwin. Edwin fires right back. And now we hit sudden death overtime in the weirdest situation. Oh, and the drill pulls the piggies back. The drill pulls the bridge pigs back. What? 23 HP win for DiegoE. Someone clip that over on Twitch. That was absolutely nuts. That was absolutely nuts. You saw the play that Edwin was going for, right? He got the fire button on the 23 HP, threw the pigs at the bridge to go ahead and finish off the tower. And that drill played high, pulls the piggies back, gets the poison down. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That was so fun. That was absolutely so much fun. I don't know if, and people say I don't think DiegoE anticipated that. I don't know if that was, I mean, look, they're both just trying to get stuff on tower. I don't know. I think from his face that Diego wasn't trying to go for that one. Ho was saying I don't think that DiegoE anticipated that. And might be right. Might be right that wasn't the call. But, man, that was super duper fun. That was so, like, what a crazy... This is how we started the day off, right? The first game was nuts. This game's nuts. Oh, I need to catch my breath here. Daryl Fingy's saying we're in for some good clash today. And you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's already some good clash. And this is only match number 2. Buzz Royale with the richest legendary commentator. Well, thank you very much. Do appreciate that. I need to not give up all my energy this early in the matches today. Yeah, Mance Raider saying Diego laughed, pleasantly surprised by his drill save. Look, I mean that couldn't have worked out crazier, right? Because if Diego goes drill to the back of the tower rather than the front, the pigs win the game. The pigs get there and win it first. But the drill going to the front pulls the pigs. That was pretty cool. I mean, I don't think there's any way you practice that specific move. But that's one of the cool things about drill, right? The drill being a building pulling the opposite side. When I play drill, magic archer, NATO against E-Giant and Golem a lot of the time, I'll drill right behind them to turn them around to get that geometry and finish off some towers. So, ooh boy. Fake coming in saying, how's it going, Rich? Oh, well, thank you very much. $5 super chat. Do certainly appreciate that. And Hippie1 saying, you clip that and send it to DMs. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Endings have been absolutely crazy today. Let's take a look. Momo went undefeated. Yeah, I hope I didn't spoil anything for anybody, but if you follow competitive Clash Royale, you probably already know that Mohammed is crushing people. So that's been pretty fun. Let's see. Tectonic Pie says, I love your shades. They are by Gooder. Goodr. They're my shade love. My absolute shade love. Let me go ahead and throw the link there into the chat for you. If you do like the shades, go ahead, check them out. I own a pile of them. I own tons of these. So, they're my favorites. I enjoy them. They also are like, they stick to your face. You see, I can try to shake my head around. They won't come off. They're for running. They're running sunglasses, so they're nice and secure, made for that sort of running thing. So I enjoy them. But thank you very much, FA, for the big super chat. It's going well. It's been a great Clash Royale overall. Here we go, game number 2 of Edwin and DiegoE. Let's go. Gonna get my little sip of water. Diego going hog in game number 2. One thing we do see in dual mode occasionally is these goblins getting mixed in with the, as opposed to skeletons, just so you can save skellies for a different deck. Do I play any game besides Clash Royale? Yes, I play a lot of Apex Legends. My number 1 game I play besides this. The other mobile games that I play Nova Island, which is a new game that just got soft launched. It's pretty fun. And I play a little bit of Catan World Explorers, which is still in beta. But those are the games that I play. In fact, I might even have a link. I think I might have a link for Nova Island. That's a fun one, too. I've been enjoying that. Let me see if I can find that link for you guys. Somewhere. So Diego went with a really interesting variation on Hog. Already, of course, seeing it with the spears is one really interesting part of it, but then you add in the Inferno Tower, which you've been seeing more Inferno Tower lately. absolutely dead for quite a while, and then as of late, Inferno Tower making what you could say as a bit of a comeback. So here you go. If you're looking for Nova Island, I think I can find that. I'll have to go find those links for you guys. I'll find them during the break. Those are the games that I'm playing. Just going to NATO it one more time here. You're going to see Edwin play the NATO primarily as the defense against the Hog Rider, at least until that King Tower gets down too low, just because he's up against Cycle and needs to be able to conserve some elixir. So playing a 5 elixir Goblin Hut into a 4 elixir Hog, not going to do it, but playing that 3 elixirs for the NATO in order to get a bit of an advantage there. Definitely important. Electro Giant sets up in the back here, 1849 to 2270. Sakina Fuzzby in the building over there on YouTube. Hog in, gonna have to NATO, and oh, the Mother Witch does not turn to the Goblins. So the Bomber comes out. Bit of an over expenditure, I think, on that defense. Interesting to see DiegoE running this variation of Hog, like Hog Fireball as opposed to Hog EQ. So things holding pretty steady here. I don't know how Edwin gets on tower. That's the real hard part for him here. Right, he can lightning. Triple elixir, of course, will be a good opportunity for him. Oh, does he get it? He gets it! He gets the pull on the Dark Prince with the NATO. That's huge for Edwin. He can't pull that. He's not going to be able to pull that trick more than once, I don't think. But a huge connection for Edwin. And now he does have the lead, 1533 to 1354. The cheeky trick to make sure the Dark Prince charge gets on tower. And you see Diego with the Knight a little bit higher this time. And now extending the lead is Edwin. Fireball in, does get on both the tower and the Bomber. And now NATO has to be played this time on defense. Final 47 seconds. Triple elixir flowing. Knight being played to pick up the Dark Prince. 1046 to 1298. Hogs trying to cycle the hardest they can. Fireball on the Mother Witch, but does not get the Goblin Hut, so Hog Rider is not going to go through. Does not get a tower shot. 1045 to 1046. 1 HP separating these two right now. And trying to get Hog pressure on as much as possible so everyone has to worry about the back end rather than the front end. Log in, 973 remaining. And smart play by Edwin to play the Mother Witch high and try to get the Fireball out up top. Not going to happen, though. And that's a great prediction Fireball out of DiegoE. The log behind. But will the Lightning stop it? The Lightning gets on tower at the very end. DiegoE doesn't get the hit he wanted. And Edwin takes the dub. We are all tied up after 2. GG. We're going to game 3. All right, let me go ahead and get you, if you guys are looking to play Nova Island, which is a fun one. Hold on, let me go ahead and get the link for you. This is what, yes, what I'm playing. This is one of the mobile games. I actually am legitimately playing it a lot. It's a lot of fun. So you can go ahead and check that one out if you want. I've been playing that one a fair bit. Rich, do you think, oh, I don't know about the Chess World Championship. I don't have enough information to make a comment on that one. That tornado won him the game, says Pyrofoot. Yeah, that tornado was absolutely huge for. Wow, that was huge for him. It was an you can't pull that trick off more than once in a game, right? Not against anybody good, at least. And he pulled that trick off, got the huge connection, got the extra splash hits on top of that. Not just the charge connection, but more beyond. That was massive. That was absolutely massive. Without that, that's a win for Diego. Marble's asking how long is the stream going to be? Well, we have a lot of matches to play. That's about it. I don't know exactly how long. My guess is 3-ish hours, maybe 4. Who knows? Fireball on the tower would have won that for DiegoE, says Yoav. Yeah, he was trying to go for the prediction up high and ended up not paying off for him. So yeah, that's a hard one. That's a hard call to make. Anatosh saying, "Will you keep this as a streaming channel where you share gameplays here?" I do both. I don't put my own gameplay up because nobody wants to see that. But on my YouTube channel, I put up BO3s on my YouTube channel. I put up some highlights from other regions of this same tournament and other tournaments as well. I do some other guides and things like that. Some deep dives on the gameplay, stuff like that. So it's a mixture of streaming and video content on my YouTube channel, and of course on Twitch, just some streaming because that's what Twitch is. Can someone make a really good Arena 7 deck and post in the strategies chat in the Discord? Koala Keegan. You know who's really great for that, actually? Cashman. I don't know if Cash is still here in the chat. Probably not. But look at Cashman's YouTube. He actually just hit 100,000 subs, by the way. Let's go, Cash. But Cashman has a bunch of great videos doing guides on how to build good decks at different arena levels. So check out Cashman on YouTube. If a mod on Twitch has a link for it, go ahead and link him. But Cash's YouTube is really good. Let's see. Your videos are so good, man. Oh, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. There's no reason to predict, says Indigo. He only needed to fireball on the tower to win. Yeah, but I think that maybe he's trying to I think the math there might have been challenging to do in that moment. So he was trying to make sure he got on tower as opposed to fireballing. But who knows? Oh, Mance Raider with a big one. Did you guys know that you can use code? Where is it? Come on. Come on. Did you guys can use code RICH in any Supercell game to support me? Yeah, that's right. Clash of Clans, Brawl Stars, whatever. And if you don't use my code, use someone's code, by the way. Just use a code. But I like mine the best, though. Would you say that Edwin had the matchup? I don't know about that. Because the Fireball for the Mother Witch, the Inferno Tower plus the delivery, I don't know about that. So here we go. Game number 3. This is the upper bracket, the winner's bracket, so no one here will be eliminated with a loss. A loss does not mean you're out. It simply means that you go down to the lower bracket in this case. And this time, both players taking it really, really slow. Baby Dragon making a bit of a comeback. Of course, there was a day when Baby Dragon was in every deck everywhere. So looking very golem-y for DiegoE. And I don't think there's going to be any arrows targets in Edwin's deck here. And Mitchell Newton with a great question. If the tower has the same HP as a unit, will Lightning prioritize the unit or the tower? That's a very good question. I actually don't know the answer on that one. Some people, Kaiser Soze in the Twitch chat, questioning whether it's Golem clone, which if you are running Lumberjack, that does make it feel like it's clone. Right? You don't see a ton of Lumberjack and Golem decks that are not clone-based. Snowball, Baby Dragon, Ewiz, all going to make that a little bit harder. Of course, Mama P.E.K.K.A. and Poison. So DiegoE went with a cheese here. And that looks like it might backfire for him. No clone here. Just color me wrong. Just an interesting Golem deck with Lumberjack and E-Barbs. And somehow, that big counter push results in no damage. Oh, there we go. There's one shot from the Ewiz. Do I think clone is underrated? I think people know I think clone is exactly rated as it is, which is it's more viable than it should be. Lumberjack goes to the right-hand side. E-Bar's behind. So interesting split lane pressure here out of DiegoE. Ram Rider sneaks right on by, and The Ghost Ewiz combo completely shuts down that push on the right-hand side, or shuts it down pretty well. Edwin takes the lead back as we go to the final 80 seconds of gameplay. Triple Elixir about 20 seconds away. And when DiegoE tries to change it up and go opposite lane, Edwin completely up to the task. 1841 to 1296. Diego setting up Golem to the outside. Has had no answer for the P.E.K.K.A. Just has to push pretty hard. And again, just doing everything he can to find some way to do something. But on the defensive side of the board, Edwin just has this pretty locked down. And this feels like GG here. Baby Dragon gets on through. E-Barbs get shredded. Oh, no, they don't. They stay alive. E-Barbs stay alive. Ram Rider connects. But that's not going to do much of anything. Great deck call here by Edwin. Diego goes Golem and gets punished for it. And Marble's saying E-Barb's Rage, best strategy in the game. Yeah, Diego can't be happy about that one. Curious what his decision-making process was to go with that specific Golem arrangement. You know, I didn't see. I didn't look and see what the previous two decks were to get the actual data on why he went that way. But it was Edwin defending well and just shutting things down. So DiegoE will fall to the lower bracket, to the elimination bracket, loses his extra life. You see Edwin now in the winner's bracket finals. So he'll await the winner of Ian and Bag. Oh, and I thought we were going to the lower bracket there, but we're not. All right. What does bummed mean, says Gemini? Gemini? That means sad. He's sad. I'm bummed. I'm bummed. Is that good bummed acting? Oh, man, I'm a little... You know, I'm just... Yeah. That's my bummed act. Let's see. Sean, let's look at the YouTube chat here for a minute. And guys, just so you know, I'm going to try to read chat during in-between games more than during games, so I can focus on the casting a little bit more, especially for a big one like this one. Let's go. Let me rewind a bit here in Le YouTube Jack. Let's see, or in the YouTube chat. Let's see. Love from India. Okay. Love to India. Mwah. Prem saying shout out, please. No, I don't give shout outs. Prem Panpalia. No shout outs for you. Abakasi says, I see games just for seeing you. You're cool, man. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Love having you around. Tony asking for the bracket. I don't have the bracket. The bracket's in the bracket is in the description below. Oh, and Hippie1 coming through on... I can't throw that up on the screen for some reason, but Hippie1 coming through with his 4th month of Twitch Prime subbing. By the way, if you're on Twitch and you have Amazon Prime, you have a Twitch Prime sub, use it for somebody. You can use it for me, that's cool. Use it for somebody else. But you have a free sub if you have Amazon Prime. So go ahead and use that. That's for sure. Is Boss out, says FN. No, Boss hasn't played yet. Boss is in the winner's bracket semifinal. Veo the Brave saying, I think Diego did everything right, but everyone was ready for the task. Yeah, and the matchup was bad for him, too. Let's see. Can I get a hooyah? Oh, there you go, Sean Frost. Hooyah! Let's see. What else here into the YouTube chat? Hey, Rich, it's obvious what to nerf, but what would you buff? That's a good question. What would I buff? Interesting. Let me think on that one for just a moment. No. Most of the things that I like are already pretty well balanced. Like, there's a lot of things, like, there's not a lot of cards, like, name cards that need buffs, right? And I'll tell you if I'd buff them or not. That's actually a better way to do it. Name a card that needs a buff, and I'll tell you if I would buff it or not. I would buff Snowball a bit. I would do that. Because when perfectly timed Snowball could counter Princess, I thought that was good. When a perfectly placed Snowball could do it. But yeah, I would probably buff Snowball so you could counter Princess again. And I would nerf Fire Spirit so it wouldn't one-shot Goblins. So there you go. Let's see. I'll say buff Hunter. That makes sense. Buff Ice Golem. Ice Golem always! Ice Golem OP. I love Ice Golem. Oh, he's so... they should make it... If they had an Ice Golem plushie, I would care way more than a Baby Dragon. A Baby Dragon? Give me an Ice Golem plush. That's what I want. Rogwell says I want bad to play an Ice Golem mirror deck. Yeah, I'm with you. AFK Royale. I love you, man. I just wanted to say this. Oh, I love you. I love you too, dude. I'm so glad we could come here and say it to each other and really just, like, express our feelings. You know what I mean? That's why you like them, because they're balanced. No, but also, like, their card, says Razafarian. No, like, I don't think I don't think Witch should be truly viable. I don't think Wizard should be truly viable. I don't think Barbut should be viable. I think Barbut shouldn't be even in the game, right? There's a lot of cards, I think, that when they're good, it's bad for the game. And, like, Barbut in particular, I think is really bad for the game when it's good. So, you know. Hold on. Wada. Waiting on our next matchup, by the way. We'll have more gameplay on as soon as there's gameplay to have. I'm just waiting for them to throw it our way. Buff Tesla, says Mitchell Newton. You're a crazy person. Those glasses need a nerf, says Pansions. Dude, I'm not even, like, breaking it. I haven't even broken out the fire yet. This stuff's pretty good. This one's pretty good, I have to admit. This one's underrated. I didn't wear this one on stream very much because I used to be on a green screen, and this didn't show up really well on a green screen. But now that I'm not on green screen anymore, boom. Hit these bad boys. Hippie One saying buff Gob Barrel, give impact damage back. That's the only... I would say yes to that if and only if you don't nerf Fire Spirit. Right? If you nerf Fire Spirit, what's the best card according to your opinion? I don't really know what the best card is. I mean, obviously Drill's the strongest card in the game right now. Cards that should not be OP. Healer, Elixir Golem, and Elixir Pump. Agreed. Good thing none of those are OP right now. Let's see. What else? Make 3 Musketeer, 8 Elixir is insanity. That's insanity. I do think they need to... I do think that the best thing for 3 Musketeers would be to, like, separate it from the actual Musketeer. So that's not the same... So, like, you don't have to, like, balance one by balancing the other. The fact that they're tied together makes it hard to balance them both at the same time. But it is what it is. And about 30 Ninja says, which is still such a great name. What about Pump? I used to be a Pump Bow player, and I wouldn't buff Pump. So, and then really the only buff is just put it back in starting hand, right? Let's see. Love from South Africa. Love to you too, Andrew. Let's see. People say Giant. Buffing Giant, possibly? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Possibly. Hold on. Actually, I just got a message I have to check out. One second, folks. Got a message I have to check. Let me just take a look at something here. And just check the length on this. 1 second, folks. I have another thing coming in. Oh, that's great. Perfect. Perfect. Mwah! Beautiful. Give me 1 second, folks. Just have to take... We're not live with the games, right? So... I'm live. Can someone else take a look? There we go. Great. Let's see. Back to the chats here. Quentin saying I agree that Giant deserves a buff. Super underwhelming in any deck that's not Giant GYIMO. Yeah, but I don't think Giant... So Giant Double Prince is still okay on ladder. Not great. Giant Minor is dead just because Minor got nerfed, not because of Giant. I don't think Giant by itself should be that good. I think Giant should need... Right? Like, Giant Sparky is still, like, okay-ish. But Giant is one of those cards that should really only be viable when combined with something else. It shouldn't just be like, I run a Giant deck. Buh. You know what I mean? Let's see. Make Firecracker not activate King Tower when doing direct damage to the Princess Tower. Does Firecracker activate King Tower when it hits the Princess Tower? I don't think it does that. So I don't really know. How about Troop Skins? That would be insane. Yeah, so that would be a fun thing. They'd have to like really make sure that the troops were always identifiable, though. That's the only real important thing. Buff cannon, says Charlie Perkins, just using Hug Cycle. That's actually not a bad idea. Cannon actually could use a buff. Cannon really could use a buff. And here we go. This is one of the ones that I know a lot of you guys want to see here. Big matchup. Other semifinal for the winner's bracket. USA versus USA. Ian versus Bag. Let's go. And keep an eye on Bag. If you don't know Bag, what are you doing here, first of all? That's kind of surprising. But if you do know Bag, and if you don't know Bag, keep an eye on Bag and the wacko stuff he comes out with, because he does some interesting decks. That's for sure. And obviously, Battle Healer. Bag's been known to go Stinky Cheese, although I don't think that's the one here. And you guys wanted to see Giant, here it is. So let's see how Giant fares. That Tesla placement is so gangster out of Ian. Knowing that Giant hugged the corner so you can place that Tesla so far over and really take that entire pull and make it walk across the board. Nice play there by Ian. Razafarian saying Elixir Golem for Bag, but I don't believe so, because there's a Giant on the board. So pretty standard drill out of Ian. And an interesting version of Giant Double Prince out of Bag with the Battle Healer instead of the Miner, it looks like. Unless he's also running Miner in here and just running no big spell. MJ Ghost saying I once played Bag with a matchup I should have won 99-1 and I lost. We've all been there. Oh, look at the Bandit, left-hand side. Bandit escapes and Ian gets a ton of value out of that Bandit. And Dark Prince does not get that one charge hit on the right-hand side. So far, Bag's mischief not paying off. $877 left-hand side. Prince trying to get that Giant to speed on up. And the Lightning gets a ton of value. Drill comes out, but Drill comes late. Tesla comes out. Ian trying to hold on here. And somehow does it. Hey, Drill Tesla? Drill Tesla, anyone? I thought that Bag had put that down all the way. Giant does get on tower, though. Dark Prince behind. And now, finally, Ian gets back on offense after a rough period of having none of it. I feel like Bag has not had the Dark Prince when he's wanted it. El Clasico gets in front and gets completely shredded by the Bandit and the Tesla. Well timed there out of Ian. Drill not coming down defensively. The Battle Healer does give the Giant enough juice to get one shot on the tower. And this time Ian drills right into the Dark Prince. Dark Prince comes out right when Bag wants it this time. And trying to get that Tesla out of the way of the Giant doesn't quite get it done. E-Wiz to slow things down. And now for Bag, cycling those Dark Princes correctly is going to be really critical. Log ill-timed, and that's poison. That's it. That's a GG here. The log was not timed well out of Bag. And Ian goes and gets it done. Game 1. So Battle Healer versus Drill. And it is Drill coming out on top in that one. Old school deck for Bag, says Anatosh. Mitchell saying that defense was insane. That was weird. A lot of strange stuff going on with that matchup, but It is Bag. Bag doing different things. And, you know, giant double prince with Battle Hero instead of Minor. The Lightning, an interesting choice there, as giant double prince doesn't often run Lightning. And had some good Lightnings. Sneaky Kick saying the log was timed about bad placement on the Dark Prince. That log should have been timed to wipe out the 3 goblins. If you were covering up after the prince, right? So maybe I'm wrong on how that's supposed to be done. Kunal saying that Mugi recently used that drill deck. Yeah, every drill deck gets played a bunch. AB Chronic saying, did you play FIFA? Makes me rage just as much as CR. I used to play FIFA. You were actually looking at the reigning, defending, undefeated 2-time back-to-back Comedy Store FIFA tournament champion. This guy right here. But I have not played since that. Pretty much since I won those 2 tournaments. I pretty much stopped playing after that and focused on other things. Oh, Matthias saying, Rich, do you watch Pro Disc Golf? A little bit. Not a lot. A tiny, tiny bit. I'll watch some like tournament highlights and shots and stuff like that. But I don't actually sit and watch full events. But I did go out and play a couple holes today, so that was fun. But I know I did not watch the tour. Sneaky Kick saying the log stopped the goblin stab. The Dark Prince was placed before the drill landed if you did the wrong placement. Well, yeah, but you shouldn't predict a drill placement with the Dark Prince, in my opinion. You should react, right? Because you have plenty of time to react, whether it's the Valk or the Dark Prince. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, he stopped one goblin, but it was the other goblins. Looks like SergioRamos might be having some connection issues, so we're trying to figure that one out. Let's see. I don't know what Latak... Oh, Latak tried to in the chat here. Bag was worried the first goblin would get a lot of damage as he played the Dark Prince off. Yeah. Fair enough. Here we go. Game number 2. And again, I don't know. I don't think you predict drill with Dark Prince or Valk. I think you react with those. There's this true blue, true red thing that makes it so you can't deny all damage if you react. Interesting. So Bag going GY in game number 2. Attack coming out here rooting for Bag, and so far working out pretty well. Bag gets a ton of damage here to open, as Ian looking like it's going to be Bowler Loon freeze. Loon is raged up. He does not have the elixir for the freeze, though. Oh, now he might, though. Does he? He doesn't go for it. That would have been a bad idea. Sam saying, if Rascal's going to buff, it would have revitalized a bait, even just a little bit. Maybe. Would it revitalize bait? Maybe. I think the issue with bait right now is Fire Spirit more than anything else. Fire Spirit's so popular, and it kills Goblin Barrel one shot. So, yeah, it's a +2 trade that you want to have in your deck anyway because it's so good for cycling. So the bridge fights are going to be really interesting here because, of course, as Ian, you want to win the bridge fights and stop the tanks from getting across the bridge. And as Bag, you want to make sure that you're controlling as well as possible and not getting caught by a cheeky freeze here. Attack saying, not going to lie, I'd like to see both these guys qualify for Worlds. Would be fun. CRO World Finals this December will be a blast. Of course, a long way to go there for those. Lumberjack does have to get the skeletons to control here. And that NATO, you feel like that NATO's an overspend, and oh yeah, it is. Never mind. The Fireball did help because he got some extra value in with the NATO, but that Baby Dragon's going to die on the Vine. Bowler's going to be pretty much it on the board. And Ian now with a nice little elixir lead, way behind on damage, though, as he sets up dual lane pressure. I don't think this one gonna have to NATO again. Does Bag? Oh, into the cart, to the downed cart, and the well played from Ian. Bag's dialed in this one. Bag is certainly dialed in here. Lumberjack trying to go to work on that graveyard. That cannon cart going to second phase was so critical. And even with both of those down, still one skeleton gets a shot. Now all it takes is one really, really good moment for Ian to turn this thing around. That is how Bowler Loon Freeze operates. One wacky moment where you lose control of the balloon. But he can't get, that's the problem here. Ian is not able to get the King Tower activated. The activated King Tower frozen there, and that's why that's not going to work out. Just trying to cycle loons and lumberjacks and freezes the best that he can. Very early freeze out of Ian, and loon goes opposite direction. That's GG. That's GG. All tied up here. Bag just put that together. And Latak, oh, I forgot to switch over. Latak, very excited. One game of qualification for Worlds for Bag will be great for him. Quentin saying killer defense. Yeah, Mance Raider saying Bag just yanking that balloon every which way. Yep, it is the it's huge. That was really. How often do you really see a balloon get pushed to the opposite lane that often? And that was a lot of work done. Bag had it go into the King Tower, to the opposite lane, to the down cannon cart. Just the balloon was shaking back and forth. Not the balloon ride you'd want on a first date, let me tell you. I bet Bag goes lava now, says So Pro Bro. That would be interesting. Is Joe playing tonight? He's my favorite player. Who's Joe? Matthias saying, disc golf is the second thing for me to already after CR to connect my country, Finland, with the U.S. Yeah, disc and Texas is great for disc golf. I'm a big disc golfer. I do certainly enjoy it. Which deck do you think will be best to reach 6,500 from 5,500? Whichever one you're best with, dude. That's the answer to that question. Let's see. Latak saying, no way for lava. Tell me you didn't just fall for what, please? Says Latak. Tell me you didn't just fall for that. SoPro saying I bet Bag goes lava now, and I just said that's what he says. I don't think he falls for it. Oh, did I caught by a name? Oh, what did I get hit from? Oh, Joe. Got it. That's so stupid. The Joe Mama thing is so stupid. Oh, it's so dumb. All right. Can we get game 3 here, please? Let's see. Vio saying Bag goes log bait now with wall breakers, maybe. Scree saying Lumberloon is too OP. I don't think it's OP right now. I think it's very middling right now. Saad saying most of us would panic. And the balloon would connect with 1 HP and freeze and you lost 3 crowns. Yeah. Well, that's the difference. Class for kids. Yeah, for kids jokes nowadays. There we go. Let's see. Yoav betting Bag goes with Golem clone. We'll see. About to find out right now. Game number 3. Sieg saying, I have to meditate after you've dissed the bar putt a little. I'm back now. I hope all is well, Rich. Sieg's, of course, famous for the deck of his that got very popular for about a week and a half, 2 weeks in CRL 2018. And that deck did feature bar putt. And bar putt is still ugh and should be binned. If you like Barb Hut, you never want me to be on the dev team because I would do everything I could to make sure it was unplayable. So 6-man with E-Barbs for Bag. Has not yet played Poison. Ian has both fire arrows and Fireball available and just loses that tower. And then his P.E.K.K.A. goes and gets murdered by an Inferno Dragon. Hey, you guys want to see a dead body? Because, oh boy. Please have Mega Knight too, just for the kicks. Just for the kicks. Still shreds. Royal Ghost and Arrow still up to the task, and Ian knows Ian's not done yet, but he is going to the lower bracket, barring some craziness. And the Bag fans coming out real hot right now. So Pro Bro with the "Oh Lord, this snipe." And this was a big one. Hey, Cashman in the building. Cashman, link your YouTube channel because people were asking for decks for like Arena 7. And I said that you have YouTube videos for that. So you're a mod. You can go ahead and link your YouTube channel in the Twitch chat. Pigs to the right ain't doing nothing. Royal Ghost gonna kill those piggies right now. Chicken Gamer saying, yeah, it's a snipe. Oh, that's what I was trying to do. It was, yeah, it's a snipe from Chicken Gamer. The bracket, if you're on Twitch, you're out of luck. You can go to YouTube to get it, though. The bracket is in this description on the YouTube side. Rares Irimis with a $3 super chat. The only rares I know is Royal. I don't know if that's Royal's last name, but oh, three whatever those are in I think those are Romanian somethings. And there you go. Big win for Bag. By the way, guys, if you don't already watch, check out Cashman on YouTube. 100,000 subscribers. That's right. 100K on YouTube. Why? He has great content. So if you're looking for decks for anything, Arena 7, Arena 9, whatever, Cashman's got a video for it. Plus, he's fun and cool. Here we go. Winners bracket playoffs. Winners bracket finals are set. And now we only have one more elimination bracket match, Anaban and SergioRamos. I know it was delayed because Sergio was having some connection issues. We'll see if that's fixed or not. But right now, going to be waiting on that winners bracket championship. Bag has guaranteed himself, has clinched a spot in those in the BREN CHONG World Finals. Quip saying you're pretty cool too, Rich Layden. Aw, thank you. Just hit 30K a little while ago. Pushing for 40 now. I think I'm just about. Let me go. Let's take a look at let's take a look at how the channel's doing. Where are we at on YouTube subs today? We are currently at 31,197. So that push to 40K is actually going pretty nicely, I have to admit. We're going to hit 40K here sooner than I would have thought. Speaking of hitting 40K, guys, if you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube, I know some YouTubers, you can only I know it's a sub-only chat on YouTube, but if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe link. Go ahead and join. Let's hit that 40K real quick. The goal is 50 by the end of the year. Let's see what happens. Sheesh, we got Zach and Cash here. Says Hippie One over in the Twitch chat, and a big congrats there from Zach CR to Cashman on the 100K. Cashman crushing it. Breakout content creator of the year for 2021. I think so. I do think so. Buzz Royale saying let's get Clash Round to every North American's hand. Hey, people just subbed, says Alpha. Hey, if you just subbed right now, thanks a lot. I do appreciate it. Get the sub goal thingy, says Marbles. Yeah, I've put it up before. I think it's actually like, I feel like it's counterproductive actually to have that on the screen. But you know, is what it is. let's see. This guy's saying, let's have a new card, an air unit, Star Spear. Oh, you put that same comment in YouTube, didn't you? Which actually, that's like a meteorite. I don't know what that means, but cool. Let's see. Hi, is the Lumberloon good? Says it's Tracer. Depends. It's not super strong right now. Let's see. So it's a Fire Spirit, says if you want Kenobi, which, yeah, that's pretty funny. We're waiting on this one. We're going to see what's happening with the... So I'm asking League Ops what's happening here. We're waiting to see if Sergio can get this connection issue solved. Breakout content creator is Cashman for the year, says Saad. Breakout streamer is Eric. Yeah, Eric EB7 has been huge as a streamer this year, that's for sure. Pretty OP duo there. And hey, both those guys also cast this event as well alongside me. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now we are going to have Sergio versus Anaban. Waiting on that one. Anaban coming up next. Burton saying no more spirits. We need something new. I agree. I don't know what though. I don't know what. Do you get CRL points from this, says Sam. No, this is not part of CRL. This is a separate tournament. A separate event entirely. Ooh, Colin Whitmore with a great question. Rich, if the Clash IP could be used for any other game of any other genre of game, what would you want to see? I want to see not just the Clash IP, but the entire Supercell IP used for a Supercell version of Brawl, like Supercell, like of Smash, like Clash Smash or whatever it is, but a Smash Bros type game set in the Supercell universe, or some sort of arena battle type game set in the Supercell universe with, you know, the Bandit and with Leon, right? Like putting Brawl and Clash and heck, even Heyday, throw that in there. But you could mix all the different IPs together into a game, kind of like how Nintendo did with all their different IP. Zach saying, Rich, that would be cool, but there's not enough characters to be honest, I don't think. Well, there's like 50-something troops in Clash Royale, plus Super Clash Bros, says Colin Whitmore. That's pretty funny. Plus all the troops, other troops that are not in Clash Royale that are in Clash of Clans. Plus you have the, 30 or 40 brawlers there are in Brawl Stars. Plus you have different troops from, why is my brain shorting out? What's the island invading one? Why is my brain shorting out? You know what I'm talking about? There's 50 brawlers. Yeah, there's like 50 brawlers and like 60 Clash Royale troops. Plus everything in Boom Beach. There we go, Zach, with Boom Beach. Plus whatever's in new games that are coming out. Plus what's it called? Heyday, right? Like you have a pretty good breadth of IP there to pull stuff out, in my opinion. So we'll see, but no more waiting on gameplay though. Boom. Let's go. Anaban and SergioRamos. Everyone typing Boom Beach. Super Clash Bros would be sick, says Desperado. This is dual mode for everybody, just so you know. So now that Sergio's played Lava in game number 1 and Anaban's played Pigs in game number 1, Sergio can no longer play Lava and Anaban can no longer play Pigs. So pretty quick cycle here for Anaban. Musketeer and Delivery, both good against Lava. Haven't seen a spell yet for Anaban. I mean, beyond the... I haven't seen a spell beyond the two. Sorry, the Log and the Royal Delivery. Zach saying, I don't know if there was Smash. For Supercell, Greg, the trader guy from Heyday, would be the best, probably. Sergio sets up Lava into the right-hand lane. It is Anaban with the lead. Not a big one, 15-18 to 16-87. so far able to hold up against the lava loon pushes is Anaban. He has to eat some damage here, I think. He's trying to get that delivery time perfectly. And that's just that is perfect timing to get both the minions and the lava pups. Sugar is guessing that Sergio probably has arrows. We'll see if he uses them on the spears next time around. No great arrows targets. Although maybe he'll use them in tandem with the bomb. He's going to just go ahead and eat that tower. And there you go. Anaban probably going to lose this tower here. Yep, going to lose it. And now things get very interesting. Second Lava Hound down. Inferno Dragon in perfect shape. Delivery has to come out to protect the Musketeer, and it does. And the Recruit does give the Musketeer some more room, which is big. And he's going to keep on trying. The Knight for the... Yeah, just keep this Muskie alive right now is the name of the game for Anaban. Going to take a shot from that balloon on the left-hand side. So SergioRamos with a very big lead. And the log does not get the bomber because the bomber goes to one tile inside. Knight gets there. EQ in for Anaban. A lot of damage here. Just like that, Anaban back in the league. EQ cycle could be big here, but this deck doesn't quite cycle fast enough to feel comfortable with that against Minor Loon. Piggies come into the pocket. Can the Piggies get stopped? And they can't. Anaban takes the win. Nice win there for Anaban. Did bag wins as easy breezy? Yep, indeed. Game number 1 for Anaban. Let's see, take a look at the chat here. Rolex Clash Royale. Hey, Rolex Clash Royale. Is that like Rolex? No, it's a different person. Never mind. Pigs EQ, get to get the GG there. Look at the chat here for a little moment. Anaban's last 2 cards are Spears and EQ. Latak did have that perfect prediction earlier in the match. So I'm getting messages. I'm getting calls and messages from all different directions, guys. It's kind of nutty. Give me 1 second. Having to deal with a lot of different calls and stuff. Who plays the loser of this? Well, Samo is dead. The loser of this match is actually out because this is the lower bracket, the elimination bracket. So right now, SergioRamos has to win the next 2 or he is done. Advantage Anaban. Zach T asking, Rich, did you dye your hair or is it natural? What color do you think it is? I'm naturally kind of a dirtyish blonde. Certain lighting makes my hair look reddish. My hair is not red, despite the occasional comments. There's some blue and purple lighting in the room, which maybe makes it look a little bit different too. So Anaban going with the very spammy version of Drill with both Royal Ghost and Bandit. And that spam does pay off. Huge, huge chunk. $16.46 left-hand side. SergioRamos has not yet gotten on tower. And with Drill Tesla, going to be a really, really hard road for him to do that. And no King Tower activation either. SergioRamos can't be happy about that one. Maybe he thought he would get it. And that's not on my side, folks. That's the app crashing over on the... you can even see the reaction of the casting crew out of the studio here. I don't know what device they're watching on. I don't have that same crashing issue that they have. So, does not crash for me pretty much at all. Crashes for them pretty much every time. A womp womp womp. But not much has changed. SergioRamos still struggling to find a way through. Anaban still locking it down. And Sergio sets up Mother Witch into a poison. Interesting, Anaban runs poison here with this drill deck. Usually it's mostly fireball. And the high early poison from Anaban is going to get a ton of value on a ton of troops. Mother Witch is going to go get in front of the Royal Giant, not what SergioRamos was looking for. And still has not put any damage on tower. And most of that damage came from not from the drill, but from that big bridge spam you play early on in the game. Latak surmising that SergioRamos saving Fireball for initial game 3. Yeah, maybe. Probably not going to need one, though. Not at this point. Anaban has to make one more defense, and not even really. Poison comes down. SergioRamos waving the white flag here, saying well played. And Anaban moving on. SergioRamos eliminated. Anaban is on fire, says Mance Raider. Yeah, Anaban is certainly playing very, very well. And we'll see if that streak continues. Needs to win out. Needs to win for a while now to stay in. You have to get to the lower bracket finals. No, you have to win. You have to get the lower bracket finals in order to make the top 3. So still, I believe that means 2 more wins for anybody in this lower bracket. Which is quite a lot. So there you go. You see Anaban and DiegoE, Airsurfer versus Ian. So, yes, this is how it's going to play out. Anaban and DiegoE play, Airsurfer and Ian. The losers are out. The winners move on. And then the winner of that matchup will make the top 3 and qualify. Edwin and Bag have already qualified. Winner guarantees themselves a spot in the North American Championship. So we'll see. Pretty good so far. I think that we're going to do lower bracket matches first before the winners bracket final, but I could be wrong. I'll let you know. Touchless, says Marbles. Yeah, that was pretty nasty. Let's see. Anything else from the chat that I missed that was important? All the very important chats that you guys have coming in. Let's see. Looking at some more. Nothing huge. Rolex Clash Royale saying 2.6 drill cycle is the best deck. I reached 10/80/57 with it. Okay. That's crazy. That's out of control. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves here. Spencer Nelson saying Emma's playing Perfect Clash. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves so far on the day. It's been a great tournament. We have a few more matches left to go. We have 2 semifinals in the lower bracket, the finals in the lower bracket, our winners bracket final, then our super final lower bracket, and then our grand final. So we've got some room to run. I think Airsurfer and Ian is up next in an elimination match. So we should have that ready here in just a couple of minutes. Loser leaves town, winner moves on. Nunu saying the Pompeo Loon deck is the best. I thought about this the other day, but Pompeo put out like one of those matchup tier lists, and all of his 0-100 matches were drill decks. So that was fun. That was enjoyable. Well, we'll see what happens fairly soon, hopefully. I have not been paying attention to the ladder that much, but I know we are getting pretty closer to the end of the season. And Lava first play out of Ian. Airsurfer immediately goes full Bandit drill send opposite direction. Bandit does not get on tower at all. Man. Lava first play. Chazmat coming in and excited for CMG Ian. But it's hard. It's hard for me to root for Lava or Golem first play. Certainly is. Tower down early on. Mark Littlewood with a really rough idea. A defensive card that adds HP to your own towers. Blech is my response. Mance Raider saying no, please no tower healing. And Ian Lava's up opposite lane here, although he's going to lose his tower. I don't think Airsurfer can defend this. Tesla does go to the balloon, though. Arrows hurt the Tesla. But look at the King Tower of Ian. Airsurfer poisons everything. Really, really... Oh, and the poison dies a little bit early here, so Bomber has to come out, and that's no good. So Pro saying Lava always wins 3-tower situation. Well, let's see. Let's see. Probably right. Historically, maybe. Can drill. Can drill bridge spam. Bridge spam. Bridge spam. Change that. Solid miner from Ian to control there. Airsurfer trying to wait so he gets things appropriately situated and stacked. Gonna have to drill defensively, I think, here. To control, to control that balloon. Miner goes to the back here. Oh, and the loon gets pushed way forward. One more drill, though. Airsurfer's drill work has been real nice. Currently in the lead is the former TSM / Complexity / Misfits player, Airsurfer. Loon in the pocket. And wow! There you go. Airsurfer just not able to do enough in time to get after the to get the second tower down. And there you have it. Not quite enough. Stephen Stanek with a weird idea. Defensive cards of the Valkyrie Knight should receive double damage from Princess Towers on attack and nerf their offensive abilities. I don't love that. I don't necessarily love that. It's also how do you define a defensive card, right? Like so win conditions all get like are fine against towers, but defensive cards, I mean, like let's be honest. I'm gonna take my sunglasses off for this. Let's all come in close here for a second. If a knight is getting on your tower, you made a mistake. Know what I mean? That's how just a Valks happen. Valks happen. But a knight, come on. A knight, get out of here. Let's see. Hello, Richard Slat on Mini Minter in the YouTube chat. Breaking my name up into 2 pieces. I do appreciate it. Let's see. Game number 2. Here we go. One minute. There we go. So Airsurfer going with the Mother Witch. I feel like Electro Spirit was everywhere, and now Electro Spirit is kind of rare again. Many Mitchell saying I felt attacked by that. What, by me saying that if a knight hits your tower that you messed up? I think I'm right there, though. Look, we've all had a knight hit our tower. And it's for every one of us, it's because we made a mistake. Zach T asking how many monitors do you have? They show on your glasses. Yeah, I have 2 monitors. And Airsurfer uses his Elixir advantage to go ahead and RG up. Not a huge advantage, but enough of one. He decides to go ahead and Royal Giant to that left-hand side. Assuming Ian has Mortar. I'll be very curious to see how the Royal Giant gets through. Lightning, of course, could be nice, but then you have the cannon cart. RG gets on, gets 2 shots. The pigs do more. And this Mother Witch, the opposite direction, not going to do a ton. It's not going to be devastating. And there, no lightning, no elixir for the lightning, so the mortar will be real strong to stop RG. This is a tough one because trying to get that RG past a mortar and a log with the single target damage, not to mention cannon cart in phase 2. Going to make it real hard to break through. He has to figure out how does he play real solid defense here and then try to stack and lightning in triple elixir. That is going to be no easy task here. Now the best counter to the pigs out of cycle. Log, Electro Spirit to slow things down. Mother Witch trying to help. That's going to be a little bit of a touch, though. Touch number 1 gets in. Touch number 2 gets in. 6:79 remaining. So the lead extended here for Ian as we go into sudden death overtime. The mortar not in time. The mortar does not get there in time, and the RG doing a lot of work here for Airsurfer. Oh, but the lightning turns the cannon cart into phase 2 and saves 2 shots off the tower. Man, everything the Airsurfer wanted happened there, but the lightning betrayed him. RG down one more time. Cannon cart in the middle this time. Mortar will get up high and push it back. Goes inside instead. And 1 mortar shot gets away. That's got to be game. One pig, 2 pig. Not quite there yet. I don't think Ian feels comfortable to spell cycle here. Once this log hits, though, that's a different story. Because now he's fireball log away. Pigs in high. Needs the log, needs the Electro Spirit. And that won't even need the log. Fireball gets it done. GG. Ian knocking out Airsurfer. And moving on to the lower bracket finals. Big wins for Ian today. Now he just needs to get a photograph of himself that we can all see. Attack saying rip Airsurfer. Chazmac, of Chazmac Gaming. Ian is part of that squad. Happy for Ian there. A lot of people celebrating Ian's win. Ian does move on. Airsurfer goes out at this stage of the lower bracket. So Ian will face the winner of Anaban and DiegoE. Of course, we'll have that matchup here fairly soon. Chazmac saying, I have a picture of Ian. Told him if he ever left CMG, I'd leak it. Well, that's a thing that you can do, apparently. I thought it was Lan, not Ian. I'm pretty sure it's Ian, and that's an I. But, you know, Maybe it's LAN. Pretty sure it's even. Just a reminder here that the NACA playoff, or that the winter bracket finals will be Edwin and Bag, two guys who've guaranteed qualification. We'll be seeing one of them. We'll be seeing them match up fairly soon, and then one of them falling down to the lower bracket. Ian already shared his face on Twitter. Says so, Pro Bro. So why don't we have a picture for him in this thing? What? Get the man a picture. He's just a silhouette right now. He walks around like a shadow with no face, no hair, no nothing, and there's a picture of him floating around? Get this man a photograph. Let's see. Is Bag versus Ian next? I don't think so. I think that next is the other lower bracket semifinal, but I could be wrong. Not sure. Joey says, here's my idea for an elixir pump rework. Elixir Spirit costs 1 elixir, and if it lands onto an enemy troop or tower, gives you back your 1 elixir back. That's just a free cycle card, though. Don't love it. It's just a cycle. That's all it is. Let's see. Is Daniel still in this tournament? Nope, he got knocked out. He's eliminated. So no more Daniel, everybody. Let's see. People are looking at the chats here on YouTube. Still talking about this weird elixir spirit idea. It's been discussed. Let's go ahead and jump into game number 1 of DiegoE and Anaban. Elimination matchup. Winner moves on. Loser leaves with nothing. Sada Sif saying, where is Morton? Well, that's a different region entirely. That's the EMEA region. We are in the North and Central American region. Royal Ghost cycled in the back with Snowbleezy. And Anaban going immediate opposite lane, and DiegoE was ready for it. Diego was totally ready, had that Mega Minion queued up once he played that Electro Dragon in the back, and now Lava in front with the Electro Dragon. This is really brutal for Anaban. Anaban does have the stun of the Zappies. And a nice play with the high recruits to control all of that. So Anaban playing the updated 6-Loon drill. And there's the power of Goblin Drill. Can it go down a little bit? Probably. Anaban's defense on fire today. And the Ghost not going to get that down enough. It feels like the balloon is going to mostly be for pressure and elicit responses. And the drill's going to be most of the damage. I could be wrong here, though. This time Inferno Dragon not protected by the 6-man. Anaban needs something here on the left-hand side, and there you go. Recruits out. And those recruits are critical. Drill going to the back this time? No, it goes to the front. And that's a ton of damage in for Anaban on the right-hand side. And DiegoE's deck moves very, very slowly. High Inferno, or high Lava into one Inferno to the other Inferno. Miner to the front, needs poison in here. Diego doesn't have any great defensive answer to this drill. And that's GG. Anaban takes game number 1. And Diego nonplussed, as you might say, with that result. Alpha is saying, is Golem still meta? There's a lot of Golem in the and there's a lot of Golem in top ladder, tell you that much. A lot of Golem way up there. Let's see. Su Young Yoon saying, I think Diego should have saved the minor on defense rather than offense. That's a tough one. Didn't have much other options to get on offense there. Babak saying, Anaban doing snipe? Yeah, it's Anaban's thing. Anaban's win rate almost 70%. Way to point that one out, Yoav. THC Nova asking, how's my day going? Pretty fun. This has been good Clash Royale so far. We're getting near to the end. It's been a blast, though. We already have 11 of the 12 contenders for the BREN CHONG CUP 3 World Finals. I am not going to say the other qualifiers from the other regions yet, because if you're watching this, maybe you want to go and watch the other 3 region finals. So I'm not going to say those here and spoil it for you if you haven't seen those yet. Some of those finals are going to be on this channel as just like the actual final matches, so as VODs. So, you know, good luck with it. Go ahead and check them out. King Tim asking my personal best, 64-19 my PB. So, drill for DiegoE and Dark Prince for Anaban. This is a tough matchup for Anaban, though. Unless he's going with a weird version of drill. Or a weird version of RG. Because we've already seen what this drill Tesla deck can do to RG. RG down once more. Gonna have to drill here for Diego. Or to Tesla, I mean. Tesla is just so crazy strong. RG does get one shot, though. And just like that, 2 shots in, and Anaban's in the lead. Interesting to see poison used by both players in the first game. And wow, that fish going crazy. Diego can't believe it. I have to admit, I'm a bit surprised here that Diego's E is having this much trouble on defense with this deck. And now, over-aggressive desperation plays. Gets good damage from it. Fair bit of damage in for Diego on the right-hand side. 1272 to 742. And this is what's supposed to happen in this matchup. This time goes to the back with it, does Anaban. This is how this matchup's supposed to go. After a rough early outing, Diego appears to have recovered nicely. And now it's Anaban having trouble getting on tower. And having trouble defending. 960 to 570. It's getting very, very close. Very close indeed. Fishboy trying to help out against this Tesla. Can't do much. You see the Skellies there. That's one of the reasons why this deck often runs Mother Witch as well. Has to play the Mega Minion high, does Anaban to stop the Fire Spirit coming in. 840 on the right-hand side. Anaban maintaining his lead, but it's a tenuous one. Tesla working on that Fisherman. This RG could get one. And it does. Huge, huge, huge connection there. DiegoE knows it. He just had counter and lost. And it all came down to a weird early game. The first part of the match, Anaban got a massive lead, and Diego was just not quite able to recover. So GG for Anaban. And he stays alive in the tournament. Moving on to the lower bracket semifinal. So here's how this is going to work. The winner of Anaban versus Ian will move on to the lower bracket finals. And the winner of the Anaban versus Ian will clinch themselves a top 3 spot and a place in the BREN CHONG CUP or Bernard CHONG CUP 3 World Finals next weekend. So that's a big matchup for both of them. You can either come this far and make it to the next stage, or, I thought they were in the upper bracket. Oh well. You either come this far and be done with nothing, or just one more best of 3 win puts you in the money, and more importantly, puts you into those World Finals. That's really, really big. So Anaban and Ian will be a massive matchup, and of course, the winner of that will not only qualify, but then will go on to the lower bracket Grand Final and have a chance to play their way into the overall Grand Final. So we'll see if they can get it done. Let's see. Saad saying it hurts when you play but the best full game and one slight mistake cost you the match. Well, when that's not, I wouldn't call what happened earlier on a slight mistake. Drew's saying, what newer decks are becoming meta? Why is Mother Witch so popular? I don't have it. It seems not too good. Says Alpha Wolf. Mother Witch is annoying to counter, requires a response, and more importantly, the pressure she puts on is really nasty. She does damage herself, but with all the pigs opposite direction, she's really good against cycle players. So there you go. Let's see. Hey, Rich, have you played Everdale yet? I have not. Have not played it yet. I've been busy with other stuff, but maybe I'll play it. I have not yet had a chance. Let's see. Do I prefer 2020 CRL format or this one better? They both have their benefits, right? It depends. With CRL, it depends on your goal, right? Is the goal for players or for viewers? Because 2021 CRL is better for players. It allows way more opportunity to get in and to compete. You know, there's no do you know someone on a team or know a coach or whatever it is. It's do you qualify? Do you make top 1,000? If you do, you're in CRL. If you make top 1,000 on ladder. So it's definitely more egalitarian, definitely more equitable, and more importantly, it allows people lots of opportunity to play. I prefer the teams gave you more storylines, and I, as a viewer and caster, I enjoyed that aspect of it more. If they can find out a way to get that same sort of the biggest problem besides like teams make it fun to like have people who work together, is that 2021 the storylines are a bit harder to follow. So if in 2022 maybe like this open individual format can find a way to drive storylines more clearly and make it so that we, so it's not essentially 8 new players every month minus like some of the repeat qualifiers, that to me is compelling. But we'll see what happens. But I think they're both really good. They're just very good in different ways. I think that one thing you have to keep in mind about when people talk about teams being more fun than individual CRL is that most of what you think about when you think of team CRL is when it was in studio during 2018 and 2019. Most people, when they talk about team CRL, aren't really talking about 2020. They're only talking about 2020 in the context that we already had established by 2 seasons of it being live in studio. If solo CRL was more in studio, if it weren't for the restrictions we currently have, I think people would find solo CRL more enjoyable than they currently are. It's just that it's online. And online without people like being in studio with each other and having that personal connection is harder to get into. So here we go. Both these guys already qualified, but of course more money and better position in World Finals would be nice. And so far, that's going to bag. Furnace, Zappies, Mother Witch, and Hut. Very curious to see how many balloon connections actually do come in here. .900 HP on the right-hand side to 1841 as we go to the final 30 seconds of regulation time. Edwin has not found a good spot for a freeze yet, and really what he wants is for Bag to overspend at some point. As you can see, though, Bag kind of sitting back a little bit. Lots of elixir leaked here. But Bag happy just to play defense and poison it out if he can. That balloon's very healthy. Here comes the freeze. Is it going to go in time? No, does not freeze here. I thought for sure Edwin was on the freeze train right there. No, this is not part of CRL. This is a different event entirely. Electro Giant up high. Electro Giant, Electro Dragon. Oh, and one pig escapes, and that's one big snout touch. But the Zappy's out. Oh, an interesting choice on the freeze here. Doesn't get the Mother Witch, though. Interesting freeze timing here, and Bag takes advantage. And the Furnace leap. Edwin playing the bowler a half step low, and the Furnace getting all the way in with the Fire Spirits into that leap on tower. Getting very, very tight now. Edwin cannot afford any more even slight mistakes. And there he goes. Lumberloon push left-hand lane. Furnace does not pull. Furnace does not pull. Zappy's in. Rage down. Freeze in. And the Furnace did not pull. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Bag was playing so nicely, and then Furnace does not pull. Oh, that's rough. Oh, that's rough. Bag was having a great one, and then there you go. There you go. AFK Royale, just a little mistake. Yep. Furnace doesn't pull, and that's it. And now Ian, one win away from the grand final. Or not Ian, Edwin. Edwin, one win away from the grand final. Yagit saying he fat-fingered that Furnace. Maybe. Maybe. Man, and that was the move that Edwin had to do, was to Lumberloon opposite lane here, and Bag tried to go for the... Either he fat-fingered it, or he played it too early, or he was trying to get something extra out of the Lumberjack. I don't know. Ugh. That was a rough one. Sod saying, see, this is what I call a slight mistake. Yeah, I don't know. With Tesla, I feel like you fat-finger Teslas and miss balloon pulls and things like that more often. With Furnace, I think that he needed to not miss that one. Very curious to see what happened there with Bag, what that choice, what led to that moment, what he was going for there. Unfortunate. Let's see. Let me take a look at, some people were talking about the, let's see. Saying solo CRL studios and CRL is not possible if there are no regions. As there are no regions this time, and different players qualify. Yeah, I would not be against solo CRL being regionalized. I wouldn't be against it being regionalized. I know why they've consolidated it, and they consolidated season after season. It went from 2018, there were 5 regions, then there were 3 regions in 2019, then there were 2 regions in 2020, and now it's just one big region for everything. but I wouldn't mind regionalizing solo CRL. I think that might be, there might be something to that, to a certain degree. You know, like, especially if you regionalized it based on like the Americas, EMEA, and Asia, Australia, maybe. But also, like, if you're only doing monthly finals, you know, everyone can fly to the same place every month. Assuming, you know, we're in different situations restriction-wise next year. So who knows? But yeah, anyone who's asking about teams are, I don't think teams are ever going to happen in CRL again. I think it's going to be individual forever. And there are some good things about that, some bad things about that. But also, like, I'll say this, I've said it before, there are some teams that were phenomenal for CRL and for Clash Royale, and some teams that were, I am not sad to see the back of those teams, of those organizations, let's put it that way. They did not treat the league or the players well enough, in my opinion. So, you know, teams can be good, can be bad. Here we go, game number 2. Let's see if Bag can recover again. The loser here is not out. The loser here does drop into the lower bracket final, so this is just a chance to guarantee yourself a top 2. Robert Lee saying, do you agree that E-Giant is balanced? Nope, E-Giant needs to be a little bit small, a little bit weaker. It's a little bit too strong right now. So Bag going with a very interesting, this has to be Lava Clone, right? With Lumberjack and Electro Dragon. And that mortar just going on the left-hand side. Schnookum saying, I came here from Clash Royale. What? No way. Did you? Well, welcome. Welcome to the fam. We're having a good time here today. Edwin is just abusing mortars right now. And that has to force out a response high from Bag. And everything going Edwin's way right now. Everything going his way right now. Yelov making the point, Lava Clone against Poison is tough. Yeah. Very true. Saw NATO no longer in, and that always makes you feel better about Clone, and that's going to be tower down on the left-hand side. And thought maybe it was going to be against Fireball or Lightning, but came up unlucky with Poison. Oh, and arrows! And arrows! And arrows! Poison and arrows! All right. Well, Bag, we'll see you in the lower bracket final because, oof. Oof. Cashman even saying, wow, GG. And arrows? Get out of here. That's a big rip. Big rip indeed. B-Man92 Games in the YouTube chat saying, welp, GG's. Yeah. Leading 10 saying, that's a match if I've ever seen one. Yeah. Quip saying good analysis on Edwin's side. Yep. Bag just got put in a body bag here. Mance Raider saying, did Bag get bagged? Yeah. Oh, boy. That's one of the hardest counters that we've seen. You went Lava Clone, and your opponent goes Poison Arrows? I mean, the emotions. The pain. Oh, the pain. Oh, the wonderful pain. Edwin, guaranteed a spot in the top 2. Bag still is in the top 3 and still qualify for World Finals here. But now it's a question of position and money. Not just Poison Arrows, says Setasad, or says Ledden, but Musk and Mortar, yeah. So there you go. Edwin into the grand final. And when we're going to be going to our lower bracket. Let me ask something here of the league ops. And here's our lower bracket. So Bag will await the winner of Anaban and Ian. This is the last really, really, really critical one here. Obviously, we have our championship and stuff like that, and I'll give you prizes. I'm asking about the prizes here in a minute. No, Bag did not get taken out. Bag is still in it. But Anaban and Ian. Loser leaves with nothing. Winner makes it to the lower bracket finals and qualifies for the world final. So pretty big here. Switch to standing, by the way. Here, getting a little loose here for the end. Been sitting the whole time. Let's loosen up. Let's loosen up here and get ready. So Pro Bro with a little Ian support here. A lot of people here are rooting for Ian. And this one, I'm sure that there's a certain esports organization creator who's pretty excited here. Man, this cowlick. You guys see this cowlick here in my hair? I need a haircut real bad to get rid of that bad boy. Come on. Let's do that. Something like that. Rich is standing. Lol. Yeah, I'm standing up. Why not? I was sitting the whole time. Now we're sitting. I have a adjustable desk. So now, boom, we're on our feet for the end here. Right? Down to gonna have our top 3 in a minute. We're down to our top 4. So I got 3. I'm telling people not rooting for Anaban. Sure. Said Saad saying, Bag and Ian qualified, and the winner of this match is the last play to qualify for the Worlds. Yeah. This is an interesting thought here from Mr. Ian Rosario. I was talking about this earlier. I think cards should have variations like Bomber could be used with 2 Elixir or be changed to the old Bomber with the old stats and 3 Elixir. The only reason I don't like that is because then it's like, I don't, maybe this is the esports person side of me. I don't like cards being unpredictable, right? Like when I get beat by someone who like had a wacky deck where, hey, we're 3 cards in and I'm like, oh, I think it's this. And then card 4, 5, 6 is something crazy that I wasn't prepared for because I assumed it was meta. I never go like, oh, well played, you got me. I go, come on. So same thing, like if you see a card played, you don't even know what it does. I don't think that's healthy for the game. So here we go. Best of 3 to qualify for Worlds. For the Grand World Final, or for the World Final of the BREN CHONG CUP 3. Will it be the American, Ian, from Chazmat Gaming, or will it be Clash Royale's favorite villain, Anaban? And Lava Miner Barbs for Anaban. I feel like you don't see a lot of Lava Miner Barbs right now. Chaz back out there rooting for Ian. And big damage for Ian in both lanes here. The Bandit connection gets way in here. This shouldn't be Lava Loon, although the Flying Machine is interesting. But I believe it's just Lava Miner Barbs. And here's some love for Anaban in the chat here. Robert Lee saying Anaban's the GOAT. B-Man 92 Games. Go Anaban. Clash Pro. Oh, that was the wrong one. Trying to click on this one. Clash Pro with the Let's Go Anaban. And Julesy just with the little lurk pop right there. Lava's up one more time. Ram Rider finally comes out this late stage in the game. And that Ram Rider just got stuck in the middle here. Electro Dragon. When it works, It works brilliantly. Crazy battle here in the middle. That miner just hanging out. And Ian, I think Ian got caught looking there a little bit. Ian got caught looking there a little bit, and Anaban takes game number 1. I think Ian really would have preferred to be up against Loon in that situation than up against Lava Miner Barbs. And a lot of people. Anaban OP says Yoav. Led not happy about that one. Kazi with the wow. Yep. It's interesting. Let's see. Julesy and Cash and Chazmac on the chat. Nice. Yeah, it's been a fun one today so far. Mikey coming out with the CMG logo here. Mikey, you're up on some CMG in the chat. We'll see if Ian can get it back. Ian has to win these next 2 games, or that's the end of his tournament run. Mance Raider saying, let's get this straight. Anaban beating Ian does not make him the GOAT. Well, people might be saying he's the GOAT either way. But Anaban definitely is one of the most exciting players in the game, especially on ladder. See Davis, what it do, Rich? Not much, just hanging out. Watch some Clash Royale. People in the Twitch chat are discussing Molight's insane run and the matchups. And let me tell you something. When you're playing this game the right way in competitive, matchups are not accidents. Just saying. When it's being played, when this game's being played the right way in a competitive format, a matchup, good matchup, is not an accident. Let's go. And Ian, from Lava first play to Hog first play, Ian likes first place. So Ian with a very interesting Hog Rider variant. Probably just Hog EQ, but again, Electro Spirit. All right, Hog EQ Valk against Graveyard. He'll be happy he has that Electro Spirit over one of the other spirits in there. Mrs. Slayton just came in through with some dinner. Hey-yo! Man, have I told you guys how awesome my wife is yet? Veggie burgers, some salads, some hot dogs. Interesting collection here. I like it. Shihaj Singh. Shihaj Preet. Sorry if I don't get the pronunciation there. Mr. Singh saying, if the top 3 qualify, what's the advantage of first place? Well, you get more money. But then also, I think first place gets a first round bye. I think. Interesting Graveyard variation out of Anaban. Certainly loves having Tesla. The rest of that, not so great against Hog. Just chilling, saying, let's hear it from Mrs. Slayton. Yep. So far, Ian locking this one down. Valk, Log, Electro Spirit, Skeletons. The ability to set the line high here with the Tesla. And EQ against the opposing Tesla. So Pro Bro saying he thinks this is Anaban's matchup. I guess that depends on, does it change what phase of the game, though? Jules is saying 55-45 for Anaban, but it's Ian. What does that mean? Is Ian a great Hog EQ player? Is that what it is? And is Ian going, like, with what he's best at in the situation? Or just that Ian's good? Should Anaban have expected this deck? Snowball in. That's a lot on the tower here. Fireball on the Valk to push it back here. Not able to make the Inferno Dragon get on tower, though. Trying to get that Inferno Dragon on tower. Couldn't do it. Madi saying Ian got top 10 with Hog EQ. I didn't know that. Hog trying to sneak on through here. Tesla not there. Snowball to push it back. That is going to be one shot from the Hog, and that's a huge shot for Ian. Jack saying one good graveyard and it's over. I don't know about that. It feels like we're getting very, very close to EQ cycle. I think getting that good EQ is going to be, that one good EQ is going to be much harder than getting the shots that Anaban needs to prevent. 293 to 1080. Triple elixir. Ian spamming Hogs at the bridge. Going, oh yeah, Anaban knows it's over. Anaban knows it's over. There we go. All tied up. Best of one to qualify. Let's go. All tied up. Best of one. Ian is in it. All right, hold on. Let's just go ahead and listen to the music while I eat some of this bunless veggie burger. It's actually pretty tasty, though. Making my hands all greasy, though. Let's see. Surgical Wizard saying, Rich Slayton, how you been? Been well. I'm just waiting for game number 3 here. Very excited about it. Rich, I have the exact veggie burger, says Biss Blossom. Oh, did I get that on the screen? There we go. Well, yeah, it's yummy. Veggie burger and hot dogs. Are the hot dogs veggie dogs? No, they are just hot dogs. It's because Baby Boy Slayton eats hot dogs all the time, so that's why she put them in there, because probably made him some. And I'm not eating a veggie burger to avoid meat. Probably it was just easy to make tonight. They sell veggie burgers in Texas? No, we had to have them imported actually from Oregon. We had to go out of the state. Had them smuggled in to get past the border sheriffs, who don't allow any of that sort of stuff in here. J-Man saying EQ doesn't need any kind of nerf. I don't know. I feel like EQ's not even that big in the meta right now. Like, EQ gets played in competitive. I feel like there's not a ton of EQ, like, in the game overall. I don't run into it all the time. Sadasad saying, what's Baby Boy Slayton's age? 3 years old, so young Slayton, maybe. Tumas saying, hello, Richard McSlayerton. What day will the Grand Finals take place? Grand Finals are Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday here on this channel. Saturday, Sunday with EB7, Eric Benamou, on his Twitch channel. So there you go. Julesy saying he thinks Ian goes to lava or mortar now. That is interesting to see Julesy as the analyst. You know, maybe for one of these events, if Julesy isn't busy with his work, maybe I'll get Julesy on for one of these events to do live analysis, and we'll see how many matchups we would get with live analysis from Julesy one day. That could be fun. Eden Munoz saying, Julesy, or Ian, please do it. Go ahead and win again. Let's do it. Game number 3. Ian and Anaban. Loser leaves town. Winner qualifies for next weekend, the overall finals of the BREN CHONG CUP 3. Shades of Fireball bait here for Anaban and for Ian. Is Anaban going clone here? Is it just a Loon cycle, or is Anaban going clone here? Fish Boy in. And the Loon will hit, even with the Zappies. This is like a weird variation of Bowler Loon with... Is there actually a freeze in here? People saying a wild variation of Bowler Loon freeze? Maybe. Chinook, I'm saying, who are you supporting in CRL? Nobody. I just want great games. I don't have a strong opinion of who wins and who loses. I just want really good games so they're fun to cast and fun to watch. Very curious to see if there is actually a freeze in this version from Anaban. The Skelly Dragons are so interesting. But Splash City for Anaban here. I think that Flying Machine connects, and it does, and it does. The defensive freeze has to come out. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, indeed. Bowler goes off on the right-hand side. Anaban still has the lead with that 1298 on the top left-hand side. Oh, and the nice prediction poison there on the Skeleton Dragons. Very nicely played. Loon tries to go through. Drill stops it. And that was really well played by Ian. And now he has a pretty nasty counter push here. The Fly Machine should stay out of tower range. No, comes in one tile too close. You see the shadow. $1070 left-hand lane for Ian. Behind now by 620 HP. Would love to get a little bit of chip here out of these recruits. It gets one shot. The defensive freezes, though, that is what Ian wants. Is wants to force it so that freeze can never be part of that annoying offensive trap. Being forced to use drill defensively over and over again. Zappies will stop it. That's not in death damage range. Final minute, triple elixir on its way as Ian sets up the Fly Machine in the back. And that Loon going right past the cage. This will be a freeze here, and that might be it. Cage trying to stop. The balloon, will it touch? It doesn't. The balloon doesn't touch. Huge moment there for Ian. This is it. 842 to 1152. Hard for Ian to get direct damage on tower. Doesn't really want to start poison arrow cycling a ton. First poison getting value on the Lumberjack. And does get the Inferno Dragons a bit there. Arrows in as well. The NATO and the freeze as the balloon escape here. The balloon trying to get on tower. The balloon just barely gets stopped. 13 seconds. Poison in. 566 on the left-hand side. Arrows trying to add some more. Can Ian get on tower here? Has to get around one more time. Drill getting into the back. 3 seconds remaining. Can he put the damage on? And not quite. 566 to 670. Anaban not even BMing this one. The defenses from Ian just barely hanging on, but not quite enough to get back in this. Not quite enough. And Anaban gave him the respect there at the end. Knows what a close game that was. What a crazy, crazy finish. And Anaban does qualify for Worlds. And there you have it. It's going to be Bag versus Anaban in the lower bracket final to see who goes back up and challenges for the overall regional championship. Oh, she come back to me here. I was trying to fix. I put the wrong message up on screen. I have to make it for the very first AV in 4 hours. Says Julesy. How many BO3s left? 2 or 3, depending on if the lower bracket champion beats the upper bracket champion. Said Satsu, if he used the defensive drill, if he used the offense, would have won? Maybe. Yagit saying Ian played that very well, would have lost the matchup in the first minute. Yeah, I feel that one. Ledden pointing out that the Bag has already beat Anaban in the upper bracket. Yep. This will be very interesting to see this Bag versus Anaban rematch. Shiro with what a good matchup. And this was a great matchup. This was a really, really good matchup all the way through. And again, like you talk about it, Anaban not BMing at the end, that tells you that Anaban felt it, felt the respect in that moment, and knows how good of a game. I mean, the defenses that were put up by Ian there were so many times where you're like, oh, that's going to be the tower down. That's the Loon connection. And just barely able to hold on. Man, a tough one for Ian. That was a big moment. But Anaban able to pull it out there at the end. GG. Hey, I think, can we get some applause in the chat for both players on that one? For Anaban and Ian. Ian made a great run here. He and Anaban put on that was an excellent BO3 between those two. So much fun to watch. And yeah, that's why I love doing this. Let's see. Looking at some of the chat here for a second. Morton did not make it. No. Ruben's still high level. Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna take a bite of my food here for a second, as we are waiting for our next round. Here's my dinner. Some salad, some hot dogs, some veggie burger. There you go. We'll have our next game in a minute. It's going to be the game to decide third place. So the winner of our next matchup will go on to the grand final, have a chance to be first place in the region. But the next game will be the loser gets third place, the winner goes up and has a chance at first. All right, hold on. Get some more of this in here. We've been doing this for a long time. This is good. Food. Yeah, that bowl looks fire. Yeah. You know what, my so Mrs. Slayton is a summer camp director, and one of the things at the summer camp that the old one she used to direct at was you tell kids always make sure there's more than at least 5 colors in your meal. Here we go. Anaban and Bag. The Anabag. I didn't make it. My wife made it. Suck at Ram saying, you made that dinner? I doubt it. Yeah, because I was here. She made it. But also, it's like not that hard to make. So Anaban just rocking Bowler Loon freeze here at the end of the day. And Bag going drill E-barbs. Mauricio Cortez saying, good rule of thumb, I'm going to use that now. Yeah. If your meal is all, like, browns and yellows, especially, like, all, like, various shades of, like, brown and tan, probably not doing well for your body. Yeah, Latat calling out that prevented King Tower activation with the NATO. Very, very nicely played. Someone said it earlier today that Anaban is probably, and I've said it before too, Anaban might be the best NATO player in the game. $13.82 to $21.68. Well, that one didn't work out. Well, says Latak, NATO God. Yeah, thank you, Anaban. Just as I'm talking about it. And yes, I did jinx that one. I did jinx it. It happens. I'll take the hits here on that one. Although I didn't take the hits really, it's Anaban who took them. So there you go. I think this drill goes bye-bye, and this loon goes right on in. And here comes freeze. Oh, but you can't really get the, you couldn't get the flying machine there, unfortunately. 541 to 710. And that's what Bowler Loon Freeze does, gets you right back in the game when the freeze not quite there. It's a good fireball. Pig chomping away. Arrow's fireball will finish it. Anaban pulls away the flying machine. I'm going to freeze here. There you go. GG. Anaban gets it done. Anaban gets it done. All right. That was a crazy one. That was a crazy one. The Raged Loon. The freeze came in at the exact right time. Anaban nearly threw it with the NATO situation, but yeah, that was it. So game number 1, Bowler Loon Freeze for Anaban. That is out. And Mother Witch out for Mother Witch and Drill out for Bag. So that's the 2 OP cards, both gone. Sheesh, says Slapshot. Wow, says Ragwar. Anaban on fire, saying Yoav. That was a whole lot there. That was pretty brutal. Let's see. I am streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, by the way, guys. And wherever you're watching, I know we're getting here to the final few matches. Whether you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's the easiest way to show me some love and to support me as I'm doing all this stuff for these events. So that'd be cool. Let's see where are we at now, because we were at 31. We were at 31,197 earlier. What are we at now? Drum roll, please. Let's go ahead into game number 2. Hey, 31,233. The road to 40K continues along. And his Bag going with cheese here. Anaban and Bag have both qualified for Worlds. Now they are playing for prizes and placement. Anaban, or Bag playing with Witch and Battle Healer. And Bag, I believe, has tweeted a bit about Witch being OP right now, which is real interesting. And as soon as Anaban drops the Golem, RG bridge opposite lane immediately. Anaban Prince is into the RG, but that's going to be a lot of damage before that Prince can get there. Not quite tower down, but certainly close. But what does Bag do with a Golem, a Prince, and a Night Witch all on the board? Eats the Prince shot. Fish Boys the Prince into the middle. Fish Boys the Golem for King Tower activation. The clone comes in. The Witch trying to stop the clone from doing too much damage. This is the craziest. This game is everything you want from an Anaban Bag game. I'll tell you that much. This is quite literally everything you want from an Anaban Bag game. Back and forth. Some bananas choices. And now they have both just crunched these towers on both lanes. And I almost think that Bag should have gone with something. I guess like RG is the only one that guarantees tower damage there. But I almost think Bag should have put something else there to try to get that damage. I'm not entirely sure, though. Witch trying to work on the Golem push. Prince with bats. That's a big clone on their side here. There's a cloned Prince up in there. And the cloned Prince will hit. Oh, my word. It's pandemonium out here. Does Bag pocket RG? He does, and immediately Anaban already there with the bats and the Prince try to kill it. Lightning in, Witch trying to finish things off, and Witch does it! Woo! There we go. There we go. We're going to game number 3, folks. And that's a whole lot of fun. Party Face asking about the slow mode. Yeah, these streams get hosted inside of the Clash Royale app. And because of that, a lot of people come in here and start spamming. And, you know, actually, you know what? Cool. That's why I keep it on slow mode so people don't come in and spam like crazy. And you just proved my point. Bye. Oh, man. I need to get a ban. I need to get a ban animation that comes down when I ban someone in the chat so that everyone can celebrate it, because it's always super fun. It's really fun for me, but I don't know if you guys don't get to enjoy it as much as I do. AC saying, bag A, crap in the building. CRL North American champion, CRL Western champion, OG of Clash Royale. My co-caster at Clash Royale League now saying bag is right, which is broken. Yep, there you go. Always love to have AC in here. Frost Dust saying I love banning people. No, it's the best. A lot of my other content creator friends like won't do it because they're like every person is good, and I'm like, nah. They're like all the views are valuable, and I'm like, not yours. Get out. Yeah, get your best Witch slogans. Witch. It's not for mid-ladder anymore. All right, give me your best Witch slogans, and I'll read them right now. That's our first one. Let's see. The interaction was longer than the A's in Aw Crap. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Is Molite participating? Yes. Yes, Marwan Ahmad. Molite is participating. He already played in another region. That's for sure. Can't wait for this next one. J-Man saying Bananas Choices sounds like a grocery store. I'd shop there. Bananas Choices? Like, so is it a choice of different bananas, or is it like banana, like someone named Bananas? Banana, like, is there an apostrophe, right? And Bananas made the choice, or are they just like whack? Is it like a novelty store? Is it like Spencer's Gifts? Like, hey, where'd you get that weird whoopee cushion? Oh, at Bananas Choices. So here we go, game number 3 of Anaban and Bag. And Bag maybe going with some spawner play. Yep. So double spawners for Bag. Mother Witch doing work. 1 HP Mother Witch stays on the board for a while, forces out the Barb Barrel. And Bandit gets all the way in. And Bandit is hanging out, smacking that tower. And you think a stick of wood wouldn't be that bad, huh? But 904 remaining. And we're only 90 seconds in, approximately. That's a nice poison here for Anaban. Anaban in great shape right now. Playing Mother Witch with poison against a double spawner deck. Just watching saying that Mother Witch, 1 HP Mother Witch for the win, missed poison by Bag, yep. Poison and EQ for Anaban is pretty nutty. And I think this is going to be Anaban through to the finals. Cannon Cart's in pretty deep, though. Cannon Cart might actually be on tower. And it is. Cannon Cart's on tower. Zappy's in, trying to help as well. You know, you want to call it, but don't call it yet. Magic Archer is also a key figure in here. And the Hunter from Anaban. Now you've seen everything. Both literally and figuratively. And that Magic Archer is going to feed Anaban right now. And the Bar Barrel not there in time for the Bandit, and that's GG. Anaban wins the lower bracket semis, or the lower bracket finals, and will move on to be our upper bracket finalist. Anaban is going to have to win 2 in order to win the championship, but the way he's playing today, certainly not outside of his range. Some wows, some GGs. And what a fun one that was. Oh, I think my YouTube chat broke. Hold on. Let me go redo my YouTube chat. Oh yeah, my YouTube chat did break. I was like, what's happening? 1 second, folks, as I get my YouTube chat set up again. And let's see. Oh yeah, there's some love for Anaban here, as it'll be Anaban and Edwin for the championship. Keep in mind, Edwin still has a life to give. So Anaban gonna need to win twice if he wants to win this championship. Oh yeah, my whole YouTube chat like crashed for a little while. Oh, which OP? 2019, 2020 meta? Oh yeah, okay, so I'm seeing people's comments all now flooding in. This is everything you want from Clash Royale, says Daryl. Fingies? Yeah, maybe. Anaban not BMing, says Madi. Is someone else playing on his phone? Maybe. Maybe. Is that a Planeteer hat? What? I don't even know what RF is asking me, but hey, what's up, RF? RF and AC both in the building. Good to see you guys. Let's see. Top 12. Oh, I'm not going to read that because I don't want to give spoilers to people who are watching and don't want to know. Let's see. Anaban with Poison EQ. GG's. Oh yeah, I'm catching up on the YouTube chat now. It's almost like Anaban knew that Bag's going to play the Spawners deck. Maybe. That's the value of good analysis during these dual mode battles. King Anabana, says Rohan. Well played. Oh, the hat on my left. Like this hat? No, this hat's from this is the World Cyber Games hat. This is World Cyber Games. That was the thing I did in China, or in China for 2019 summer of CR. And then this hat right here is from the Tokyo 2020 Olympics that I got when we were in Tokyo for World Finals in 2018. So there you go. But yeah, this is the Tokyo. Here, I'll go grab it. Boom. Here you go. Tokyo 2020. Who knew that hat would become like a weird collector's item, huh? But yeah, I got this hat when we were in Tokyo for the CRO World Finals in 2018. So hence it stays on here, and it's also kind of cool. You know, not that Tokyo 2020 didn't exactly happen, so, you know, kind of limited edition hat there. Let's see. Set Asad saying, I'm so excited to see the World Finals, many revenge stories yet to see. Going to be spicy, although Mo's 14-0. Someone else could win. We'll see. That's the idea. But yes, I don't know. I actually is Palantir, Palantir. Is that like a crypto? Is that a meme coin? Feels like it is. Marco saying, who was stronger, 2019 Liquid or 2020 Queso? 2019 Liquid. That's an easy answer. 2019 Liquid, especially if you're counting Igor, 2019 Liquid, in my opinion. 2020 Queso, Kuchi and Benny just like never quite got back to what they were doing in 2018. JP's really, really good when he's good, but the thing with JP has always been consistency. Like, when does he actually get in rhythm and get playing? Like 2020 Team Queso is Ruben, right? So there you go. So waiting on our grand final here between Edwin and Anaban. Should be here in a couple minutes. Remember, it's again, Anaban needs to double win. Needs to win the first BO3 and another BO3. And then has to, of course, Other way around, it'll be if Edwin wins either BO3, he wins the championship. Please hold while I eat some of my dinner before it gets too cold. Good point. JP's looking when he plays good. The thing with JP has always been consistency. When he's at his best, he's one of the best. But he goes through like hot and cold streaks. Bob of Borgas, the finals losing, you're out. Or upper lower bracket. It's still upper lower bracket. So since Edwin has not lost yet, Edwin has 2 lives. Edwin only has to win 1 BO3 to win it. Anaban has to win twice. Has to win 2 BO3s. But they have both qualified for World Finals already. Again, here's my dinner. There's a good look. Very colorful. Lots of veggies in there. And some veggie burger, and of course the hot dog pieces. There you go. But waiting for this grand final as I wolf down this dinner. I want to eat cold dinner, guys. So what's a concern? Oh, people talking about their different meme coins now. Oh, I might be choking. Hold on. I'm not supposed to talk and eat at the same time for a variety of reasons, including not limited to choking. What's my dinner? It's some salad and some. I've shown you guys multiple times. There's my dinner: some hot dogs, some veggie burger, some salad. Man, this camera looks really good. Also, the lighting in here, you mix that together, and it's and that makes. I mean, doesn't this look even more bomb with the lighting and the quality of the camera here? Like, that just looks amazing. Ledden coming out. Rich, don't unalive. Doing my best, folks. Doing my best. Might be choking to talk. Yeah. I gotta keep talking, folks. It's kind of the job. Let me go ahead and ask one more time. The league ops here. Let's see. When is World Final? Friday to Saturday. Yes, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And here we go. Here's game number 1 of our grand final. And Jack O'Connor saying eye reveal. Just watch CRL, dude. I don't wear sunglasses for CRL. I remember on my channel because I like them. On CRL, I just, just do whatever. So the prizes here. Bag walked away with $250. Second place in this matchup will get $500, and first place gets $1,000. And of course, all 3 qualify for the World Final, where I believe the grand prize is $17,000, or close to. Is Anaban just straight? Is he just running? Is he like? Oh no, Zap! Interesting little shift here. A little change for Anaban. Zap. How much zap do you see now? Speculation on deck here. I see someone saying Pekaloon. Yoav saying Anaban's Lumberloon, the Anaban deck. Wonder if Edwin thought this was coming, because at this point Anaban is happy just to qualify and move on. So Lumberloon freeze here. And there's Mamba Pekka. So Anaban going to come out and do some little fan service here. Play Pekaloon freeze. This is what Anaban's known for. Would love to get a win for it on stream. I don't remember the last time I saw Anaban run Pekaloon freeze in competitive and get a win. I'm not saying that he hasn't. I'm just saying I don't remember the last time I saw it. P.E.K.K.A against Mega Knight's going to be very nice for him. So as we go into sudden death overtime, Anaban ahead by just under 250. And the timing, this is what I like about some of these players who really know certain decks. The timing there, really, really nice out of Anaban. And this whole sequence is pretty fascinating. Although I don't think it's going to pay off the way he wanted. Oh my gosh, it connects. Oh my word. Come on. Come on. You got to be kidding me. How nutty. How unbelievably nutty. Oh, that NATO's too... Oh, but the freeze. Man. Every time I think that someone's got Anaban's number, he pulls out some trick. This guy's a magician. Anaban's an absolute magician. Look at the Harry Houdini of Clash Royale. True escape artist at play here. We'll see if it pays off all the way, though. Does it come away with the win? Oh, Mega Minion on the wrong side. Mega Minion on the wrong side. Has to get another... Oh, man. Pushes the balloon outside rather than inside. Forces more expenditure. Somehow, though, Edwin's still ahead on Elixir. No mistakes this time. Other than... Nope, there we go. Hutt holding on. Edwin goes to the inside corner here, and I think he knew... I think Edwin did that on purpose to force the NATO out so it would be played defensively there and not be in Anaban's tool belt here. Not be able to use it to pull troops away, not be able to use it to put damage in. I really think that Edwin played that miner on that inside corner on purpose to force out that play. That was sharp. That was real sharp. I don't know if anyone in the chat has a different opinion than I do, but I really think that he wanted that NATO to be played there. Because he knew that Anaban would have to prevent the damage. Wow. So Edwin now with match point, with championship point. Get one agreement there from Haza. Haza? Either way. Wow. Very nice. Is this the finals? Chang Po asks. Yeah. Edwin is now one win away from the championship, from $1,000, and taking that first place, which I believe, don't quote me, I believe comes with the first round bye in the World Final next weekend. I could be wrong. Vince is saying, when did Edwin become pro? We're watching it happen right now, dude. That was really, really great. Who is Edwin? He's the guy winning right now. Mance Raider saying Anaban loses the auto win Loon freeze matchup. Edwin looking pretty good. Yeah, this is really interesting, right? On one hand, what's nice about this P.E.K.K.A Loon freeze deck is that there's no problem. You know, you don't burn a lot of the big spells, except for one issue now, is that now NATO's out. NATO's out, so that's kind of I think that could be a big issue. That opens up a lot of deck choices for Edwin here in games 2 and 3 that if you're worried about NATO aren't there anymore. So that makes things very, very curious. Now, we've seen a lot of poison, and I don't think Edwin's one to really go for clone. So that makes the choices here at the end. Eye reveal. Everyone's asking eye reveal. Just watch CRL, dude. And then you'll see my eyes on CRL all the time. Let's see. If you beat Anaban when he's using a comfort deck, that's a W. Yeah, I agree. How much did I win from championship? The champion here wins $1,000, and then of course all three of these top players, Bag and these two, go on to the World Finals next weekend with a $17,000, I think, grand prize. So there you go. Ledden saying Anaban going to go with Golem Clone in the last game. Now, Anaban, he's mixed things up a little bit. But no Loon, no Freeze, no P.E.K.K.A., no NATO. I mean, that does make a whatchamacallit. That does make Golem Clone a possibility, which then makes me wonder, do we see Poison or Mother Witch out of Anaban in game number 2 to prevent that? As Sneaky Kicks also saying clone deck. Edwin could go RG. I don't think so, because I think that Tesla Drill is still pretty out there right now. So let's see. So Anaban goes Pigs. And Cage, Dark Prince, Bomber, not too bad. In response, Anaban goes Pigs, not Edwin. And it is Mortar Hogs for Anaban. And good protection. The Spears get out there just a little bit to help. But the Bomber in response. Bombers, we're talking about things that are OP. Bomber, for sure. So we were talking about big, heavy options. And Electro Giant certainly one of them that we didn't mention, but certainly a solid one. And Edwin way ahead. 1360 is the number. As we skate by the halfway point. And Anaban mortars up. Anaban offensively mortars with this deck more than many people. An offensive mortaring against the Electro Giant is an interesting choice. Although that mortar does help the Pigs slide on through there, get on tower. There's going to be a lot coming down on the side of Edwin. OP Sam just raided with a party of 45 over on Twitch. Talking about top tier pros, OP Sam, CRO Western champion, #1 finish on ladder. Pretty darn cool. Overall, good dude. So the OP Army in the chat over on Twitch. Now the defensive mortar comes out for Anaban. Dark Prince behind. Knight to control. Lightning gets on the mortar and gets one Spear Goblin. This Dark Prince might touch. So the Fire Spirit has to come out. And oh my god, you're telling me that the Electro Giant isn't OP when you see that? That level of damage? Pigs and EQ on the left-hand side trying to beat out the incoming Lightning. I don't think Anaban has any really effective way to block here. 16 HP. NATO will finish, and there you go. GG. GG! Edwin, your North and Central American champion. Taking the clean 2-0 over Anaban. No super grand final. No 3 games needed. Edwin, who has a picture, but they don't actually have it here. And they said they had a picture for Edwin for the podium, but nope, we still just have his shadow. Oddly enough, that has a picture of Edwin's actual shadow. GG's, $1,000, and I believe I don't know what the benefit is in World Finals, but there is some sort of benefit for first place. Mance Raider celebrating for Edwin. Mark Littlewood saying thanks for the cast. Do appreciate it. Wow, well played, says J-Man. A lot of support here for Edwin with the big win. And hey, there we go. Now we got the picture for Edwin. Edwin does have a face. And there it is on top of our first place podium. So there you have it. Third place, the American Bag. Qualifying for Worlds. Big thing, big moment for Bag. Anaban. Happy with second, I'm sure. Would have loved first, but gets on through to the next level, and that's the big one. And Edwin had a good run, had a really tough line through this one, right? His actual matchups were not easy to get here, but Edwin able to make it happen, gets all the way here, and gets the championship. And of course now Edwin with more chances to go on and earn more. $1,000 with the grand prize here, $250 for bag, $500 for Anaban, and $1,000 for Edwin, but a whole lot more. It's a $40,000 total prize pool. And of course, as we go towards the World Finals next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that grand prize is somewhere between $15,000 and $17,000, I believe. So a lot more money on the line in this tournament, in this event. So we are that's it for the regional championships. We already had EMEA, we already had APAC, we already had LATAM, and that was our final region here. So of course those streams are available. You can watch the replays of those on Cashman. If you want to watch the other regions, you can on Cashman and on EB7 Eric's channels here. If you're on Twitch, I'm going to have some featured matchups from those other 3 regions on my YouTube channel. So if you're watching here on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, notifications, all that sort of stuff, because some featured matchups from the other regions will be popping up here on this channel over the course of this week. And then, of course, next weekend, Friday, here on my channel on both Twitch and YouTube, Saturday, Sunday on Eric Benamu's channel, on EB7's channel on Twitch, so you can follow along with all the action. This has been really, really fun, guys. To everyone here, I really appreciate you guys coming out and watching, hanging out with me for all these hours. You're what makes it fun to do this. And I can't wait for the next one. CRL, of course, coming up fairly soon. We have our final monthly qualifier and final monthly championship coming up in the month of September. So right around the door. So if you're pushing ladder, hit that top 1,000. Go crush your Swiss brackets. Do all those things. I'll see you there. If you're on Twitch, stick around for another minute so we find someone cool to host. If you're on YouTube, it's been fun. And as always, be excellent to each other. All right, stick around, Twitch. 1 second. All right.